We are live.
Hey,
We are live. Yo, that's kind of wild to be live from DG Kicks.
Yeah,
It feels kind of crazy, but it's a vibe.
No, we're here.
It's a
We're
vibe
live.
to be out in these streets, because that's the thing. This pandemic has led to, as you guys have seen, many Zoom episodes. We've been
over 100 Zoom episodes. No.
Yeah, easily, because we started doing them during the pandemic. And I'd like to point out that everyone else took their time to figure out their ish, and we were there.
We pioneered StreamYard. Come on.
Yeah,
Talk to me nice. We pioneered StreamYard. StreamYard was creeping up. We were the first to use it.
I'll be honest, it's true. The time when we signed up for StreamYard wasn't as hot as it is now.
And then every other reviewer, toy reviewer, and their cousin started busting down StreamYard.
I will shout out Soke though, because Soke was the one that told me she had friends in the States that were asking her to jump on stuff, and I was just like, oh, what's up? And she's just like, they're all talking to me about this thing called StreamYard, and I was just like, okay, so let's look into it. And once we did that first test, I was just like, this is way easier than any of the other stuff we've used.
Using before, like Google?
We were using Google Meets with OBS.
Yeah.
And again, OBS is good. So you guys don't know, we were just having a conversation off air with Wizzy, the man. Shout outs to Wizzy and Sean Delv, DG Kicks, for allowing us to do this in a live space.
Allowing me to have all these shoes afterwards too. Thank you.
This is now our shoe collection.
An amazing live.
I'm a size 11.
Of a pair of everyone.
But no joke. There's a whole bunch of shoes like that, even behind the camera, that you guys can't see, that I'm like dying to get. Oh, we causing a ruckus already.
But not to mention these. What are these mini mopeds?
That's all.
Are they mini mopeds?
Yeah, there's like mopeds. You guys can probably see the one in the corner over there. And then we have the shoes here. DG Kicks, you guys, what's it, 6714 fielding?
Yes, sir.
6714 fielding up here in NDG. If you guys want to come through. Don't cause a ruckus, though. We're trying to be serious.
Don't be skinny. Don't be skinny.
We're trying to be professional, okay, folks? We're trying to be professional about this.
I'm professional.
We're supposed to have a guest. You guys can see there's an extra mic here because we're going to have a guest a little bit later on in the show. Hopefully he's on his way. But in the meantime, guys, where do we start? Anything sad? I want to start with the sad stuff. Get that out of the way.
Sad.
I just want to get it out of the way.
This week?
Did anyone pass away? Because so many
There
people
was-
pass
there
away.
was
Draws.
Don't forget-
the
don't forget-
draws,
Try-
yeah,
try-
yeah.
Try and make sure we talk into our mics,
Yeah,
folks.
draws,
So-
yeah.
yeah, so-
I thought I was doing it.
But just you turn.
Maybe I wasn't.
You got to do that annoying thing where you're like talking sideways right over, and then
There was
How was
Draws,
this?
who was like with the Legion of Doom. He was a wrestler back in the day.
Oh,
he was
wrestler,
90
okay.
Yeah, he was a 90s.
I
He's
felt
from the
rude.
90s.
I felt rude because you guys said it, and I was just like, yes. And
Yeah.
in my head, I was like, I have no clue who that is.
He was also technically in football for a bit. And there's
Yes.
also today, actually, the Mantar. I forget his
Oh,
name,
wow.
but like
Okay,
it's
yeah,
like
I
an
know
old
you're
school
talking
wrestler.
about.
He's from like the 80s.
I know.
I'm doing an injustice by not knowing his
had a-
name.
He had a mask, and it was just he was a minotaur, basically,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and he had like these like little
Mantar.
paints of streaks of paint over his eyes.
Okay.
I want to give. I want.
It's fun when you guys go into the wrestling stuff, because I know that I don't know what's happening.
It's
Uh,
wrestling has always been very absurd at times.
Yeah.
Just like like random characters here and there.
Right.
It's like, oh, look, it's the Yeti. The Yeti's fighting Undertaker.
Or Goliath.
It's the Yeti. That's-
Even Undertaker, if it wasn't to the fact that he was a badass, that would have not flown that long.
The fact that we believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that we believe for so long, he was
So
like,
long.
I'm gonna be a biker now. Everyone's like, yes, you could do what you want.
You can do
roll
whatever you like.
do what you
But
want,
he's like,
Mr.
and then he
Undertaker.
rolled right back into like undead wizard, basically. in all honesty,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what the
true.
Undertaker is.
I don't-
The Undertaker is basically undead wizard, and he was controlled by the urn of his parents' ashes by this character called the pallbearer.
Well, okay.
His name wasn't just Paul Bear.
It was Paul.
But that's the joke.
The-
Undertaker and the
Oh,
pallbearer.
yeah, you never got that?
I mean,
Okay.
Shut up.
You guys, I got that.
I mean, shut up.
But
wrestling-
just sorry, I don't want to because I don't want to mistake it. It's Mike Halak was the Mantar, so deepest sympathies to him and his family. Sorry
R.I.P.
for
the Mantar passed
having
away.
to-
the
All right,
Mantar.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so that's the sadness that we're starting with.
Okay.
I'm trying to. I mistakenly forgot to open up my
You're at
the notes.
the notes.
The
Yeah.
news-
Look at that.
For those of you who don't know, we always have notes for the podcast, but now I have to, because I'm the computer's over here. It's a whole different setup, guys. We're live.
We haven't been live in months, many
Yeah.
years.
It's,
I
we're
got
taking
it,
off
yeah.
the ring rust.
few
Speaking of
years.
wrestling, we're taking off that ring rust.
Yeah,
It's
there
going
you
around
go.
the horn.
Yeah.
Rings? Are we talking about rings? I
That's
know
right.
now we get to see it in person.
Oh, it's true.
Wait, hold on. You got one too.
No, I'm not married though.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's a mirror of him, but his hand is left. It's a marriage hand, and I just wear mine on the right.
Okay, yeah.
But sometimes when I go out, I wear it on the left so people will leave me alone. And you'd be amazed. They start hitting you on more. So
yes,
Yeah.
people are foul. How does that feel wearing that every day? Because like, do you find it clinking on things? Is it a
It is bizarre.
Does it mess with your
in the
driving?
sense that like I never was comfortable with rings. Like I used to try and wear rings,
Right.
and I would be like, oh, I'm not going to wear it today, not wear it, and then you never wear them ever again, you know.
Right.
So it's getting a little bit used to that because your finger swells,
Right.
and whatnot,
Yes.
and it has to be like,
yes,
it has to be tight enough that I can't do this,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
just falls off. For those who are not watching, I was just shaking my hand.
Does it wake you up when you pee in the middle of the night?
Why would it do that? What, am I
'Cause it's
slapping
cold
myself
steel?
with this? Get
Gets
out
your
of here.
skin?
No, around your hand, it becomes the temperature of your hand.
You
at
never
all
take it
times.
off.
Sick,
I never take it off. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
that's true.
I take it off. Sorry, I take it off if I'm like washing dishes or something like
Right,
that. Like
right.
I take it off easily around the house if I'm doing an activity that I'm like, it's just like water. Like I don't go
Yeah.
swimming with my ring, right?
right.
But like I actually have, because you're asking about this, worried about being scratched and whatnot.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 other rings. So one because basically the story was this. I told my girl, I'm like, I want this ring and I want this other. There was like not cheap. It was like a $200 like little blue ring that was just like fancy, and I was just like, if you get me this, I'll wear this blue ring all the time for break. So if I'm holding stuff and whatnot, if anything, I think I'm going to break
Yeah.
it, I will wear it, and I will also wear it to work and this and that. And for every nice event or whatever, I'll wear this one.
This guy's got Iron
Type
Man
thing.
rings. What kind of stealth
And then
He
she
puts the ring on and starts covering his whole hand, extremist style.
she ultimately agreed to that, but then at one point in time was like, I'm still buying you a silver ring because I was hoping you were going to say that, but I was hoping it was going to be this ring. But I get the reason why you want this other ring if you want to lose it by accident. Because the other thing is for jewelry specifically,
Yes.
I'm like it goes away. I just lose it. It like I've lost so many random jewelries throughout my life. That's why I'm like, I tell people I can have nice things that's collectibles, so they stay still.
Right.
They are in the house. They remain in the space that they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But on my person, you don't know. Like
I've got this weird thing where my neck is just too thick and I just bust chains.
Oh no,
Really?
So, like legit, this one here.
Were you a
bro, from
linebacker?
No.
He just holds out the chain,
I'm
rips
wearing
apart.
Danielle's, right? But I had to like manually fix it myself because I
way.
did this and just.
Really?
Well,
I'm like,
damn.
he just popped it in. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh, well,
Bent it back, but
But
you
yeah.
know.
So and the other thing is for the ring, just to sound off for 2 seconds, is that
Does that happen with gold? The temperature thing?
when it gets liquidy or there's like between oil to water, let's say, and anything between, like unless your ring is pretty stern, like it could easily fall off. Like in one of the rings I had, I realized I put a different size for it because I thought it was because of how the ring was shaped. I had to change it.
Yeah.
And if I move my hand like this in water, like
Right.
swimming,
Yeah.
I went like this
You
and just
feel
like
it.
naturally slides
Yeah. Yeah.
off and it's going
Oh,
away. And I'm
yeah,
like
yeah,
chasing
yeah,
after the
yeah.
ring. I'm like, this is why I
You
have
don't
this
swim.
crappy ring. So I don't allow this to happen with something that's important.
Totally understood. Totally understood. For black people, like I cream my skin. I'm gonna have a gold
Yes.
ring at one point. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
how that's
yeah.
gonna work. That's
Yeah.
gonna be messed up. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being that annoying like
No, that's
But
grandparents at
But I know
the
sometimes some people
graduation.
get like silicone rings.
yes,
Yes.
that's a big thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing them a lot, and they have a whole run of them that are superhero based.
I know.
I keep, the internet really does want me to get married because they keep showing me those rings. Every other day, they show me those rings, being like, "Batman, I know you like Batman. You want to kick it with Batman?"
It's the
People
Batman
look at,
and
like,
Flash
excessive amount of
yes,
Batman.
and Superman.
Yeah,
You've seen the ad too.
I've seen the
The
ad too.
internet is a
I was
messy
like,
place.
if you had Green Lantern, you would have sold me.
yeah.
Spider-Man? You need Spider-Man? Got
Yeah,
Spider-Man?
we got Spider-Man. We got it.
I don't know what kind of ring I would give. It'd have
That's
to be like
Scarlet
some
Witch?
kind of X-Men type ring. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have to be
But there's
X-Men
ways to like nerd it up. Like on her bands, I wrote "I Love You 3000" on the inside.
Right.
So it was like sentimental for her, but it was nerdy for me to do.
in love.
Oh, that's cute.
So there's way to go around. Even that, like I have a ring with emeralds in it. We know why that's there. On top of the fact that emeralds are green is my favorite color. I was gonna say emeralds is my favorite color. Green is my favorite color, but Green Lantern, 100%.
You can say, I feel like playing a call to action inside of our rings to kind of like bring together some sort of like empire or something in case things go down with this whole AI that's coming up.
Okay, so
I gotta bring apart the Shi'ar Empire if we're talking about joining up with AI.
I know, but now you open up Pandora's
Yes!
box.
That's what a good
Pandora's box today.
swerve and segue.
he
is.
wanted me to jump in. So for
definitely.
everyone out there who's panicked
Watch me go from
about
Wolverine to that after.
for everyone who is panicked about the AI apocalypse, I want you guys to remember it is not going to happen. The ARs
Not
are
there
not.
yet.
They're
At
not.
all.
Yeah, they're nowhere near. I feel like
Our
You
generation.
just jinxing it.
Our generation.
Yo, you know what? I usually
Spurts
believe.
of reality.
I usually believe in that idea of like jinxing things where you put it out into the universe. But I will do this right now. You ready for this, Skinny?
Oh god.
The AI overlords will not happen in our lifetime. I dare them to try.
Oh wow! Dare them to try?
See, I was cool with
Can you
that.
at
I'm
least wait till my
sorry.
young one's 21 years
You
old?
know,
Hold
like
on.
that, there's that, but
Guys,
I'm gonna say like
it's
no,
not
like
gonna happen.
because it was okay to say the first part. That last part, don't fucking egg them
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
dude.
don't do
Like,
that.
yo, be
50
lazy. It's cool. Be
50
lazy.
50 years
Take
later.
the human route.
Yeah,
Be lazy.
Talk to me.
Yeah. No,
Train
Doc's a
us
trainer.
fine,
You
your
didn't hear
baby head.
Did you
movement,
just
like,
find
Oh,
making-
yes.
your
Did you-
heritage and torture them in the future? That's what's gonna happen to your side
This
because of
right.
that. Comment.
Did you catch a group chat before?
Yeah.
So when we all go through this and it becomes Matrix time, you're definitely going to be on my team because you're going to be the guy with the dreads who's going to be flying the ship, and making sure we're okay. You're going to be the last like human left on our team. You're going to be like Tank, right?
Yeah.
This nigga right here, don't let him out of your sight, right? When we go into fight shit,
Cypher.
this nigga Cypher. He's going to be like,
Yes, me lord. Yes. I was just listening to a podcast that was rewatching all the Matrix stuff, and they're like, Cypher's really bad at lying to everybody. Like,
100%.
he's just fumbling over himself. Oh, I don't have my phone, and like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's like, here, use mine, and you're like, no one is close enough to like question him yet. Like, hey, where's your phone?
I'm
Why you
questioning
don't
the
have
hell
your
out of
phone?
it. Where's your phone? Where's your phone?
the bigger
Oh, you don't
que-
have it? Go
Cypher-
find that.
But the bigger question is, why wasn't it enough of a red flag to be like, wait a minute, where the fuck's your phone? Like, because like,
Because
think about that.
exactly. No,
He
because
says I
they're-
don't have my phone.
Yeah,
That's
because,
different.
because they're in a rush to get out, so they
Yeah,
can't be
rush or not, they know that's
I'm
gonna
in a
lead them
rush to
back.
leave
No,
his ass there.
they were in a rush to call the operator, so they're like, let's get out, let's get out. Because
I would just like to
the
point
Smiths will
out
come
I
that
would leave you. I'm telling you, I'd leave you. Brian, you look at me and be like, hey, God, hey, Akeem, I've known you for years, man. You remember you sat your Cypher back in the old world? Yeah. I lost my phone. I'd be like, bye, man. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Gone.
I'm not afraid of this of the overlords. I do not fear what they will do. I do not.
I do feel, just to go back to that Cypher thing, losing his phone. I think because of now, back then, smartphones were not a thing. Remember that?
Right.
It was all flip phones
You're right.
and all cool little flip phones.
Mhm.
And now it's smartphones. So if someone anytime says, "Oh, I lost my phone," it's just like, "Oh, somebody." So what was it again? There's a ghost. There's a ghost owl, and it's possessed somebody. Who?
Who?
I do not want cyber. I do not want to be the next Johnny Mnemonic or something. I don't want to have
Well,
cybernetic
okay.
parts.
First of all, you're talking about a whole different aspect that I am very much into.
You mean
have-
very much
Cyberpunk
into-
2020, whatever?
Wait,
that just
I'm
came
sorry.
out?
Who here does not want more memory in their brains? The ability to recall everything and anything.
I'm good.
You
I
don't
got the
want
memory.
that?
I have the memory. I
we
remember all my
we
shit.
have the
Human
internet.
memory-
We have the
human-
internet.
Nah,
We're good. We have the
bro.
internet in our hand right
so
now.
you want
want
the
the-
download thing,
We have the
basically?
cloud.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
want a slot in my head, bro.
Guys,
No.
I
See,
want
that's
the AI.
concern.
I want the
That's
AI. I want the ability to recall all things with perfect memory, computer memory. I want to be able to hack into the system.
Remember Homeboy from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Dude,
Who gets
the
his
only
brain
way
ripped
we're
off by
getting
Groot?
that-
That's
the
Brian.
only way we're getting into that state in our
Singularity,
lifetimes is
welcome.
if, yes, the AI takes over and they force everyone to get that, and then they're
Force?
controlling us
Force.
through that. You're not
Sir.
remembering shit. You're thinking you're having the greatest day of your
AI?
life. Meanwhile, you're sitting in a
AI put a ring on it. AI.
Him,
AI
it's
put a
Elon
ring on it.
Musk.
So you're not.
I got
No,
mine.
no, I'm not hanging with Elon.
So you're not even. Why not? He's
Who do
so
you
cool
think
and
is the
fun.
ringleader of this?
He's so
How
cool
is
and
Elon
fun.
the ringleader?
Who do you think is definitely a part of this?
I don't know, but I saw Mark Zuckerberg with his abs out there showing everybody he's about to kick Elon's ass, and I was just like, Elon, you may not make it through that match, sir. I don't know.
Boy. Oh, it's true. They're
Zucks-
doing that, right?
Zucks does not look
They're
like he's
actually
playing.
doing this or doing
Yes.
Apparently
Yeah.
so.
And
It
George
sounds horrible.
George St. Pierre is supposedly going to be training Elon. And
Really?
Why get trained by Bartok?
We all see what happens.
I'm not impressed by your performance, by your ape technique.
Actually, he should get trained by Bartok. He might beat his ass.
I'm not impressed.
Six packs or not.
Uh,
No, to kick somebody pretty good. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. I saw Zucks, and I was just like, oh, I thought we were going to be laughing at you, and in the end, you look like you might be a little more dangerous than I expected.
Isn't there also like a pretty big age difference between the two?
Oh, that I don't know. How much? How old?
Maybe.
Like I feel like
I'll let you look.
unless maybe it's just because Elon, because I find Elon looks a lot older than Zuckerberg.
he's not keeping himself.
But that's
in check.
at least
that's that
5 years
apartheid
minimum.
age.
Yeah.
He has that apartheid age where it's just.
Oh,
like,
and he balled. He balled way faster. So
Yeah.
he was when he's part of PayPal.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
clearly balding, and then he got some.
He got the
implant-
plugs.
Yeah,
he got the little,
plug.
yeah.
got the little pluggy plugs. He's got the apartheid money. you know, he's made his deal with the devil. That's why I don't want to.
versus 52.
Who's 39?
Zucky.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
He's
what
our
I'm saying.
age, yeah.
So that's like 12,
Yeah, Zuck's really.
that's what, 14
Wait,
years?
I'm
Would you
sorry,
say,
but
wait,
hold
My
on.
age, sorry.
So remember,
Zuck's a year younger than me, and that
2
hurts my
years.
soul.
so
38 to
remember,
52,
so
14
remember,
Yeah, 'cause
a 50-something-year-old wanted to fight a 40-year-old,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's foolish.
and
That's
what's really
weird.
sad
That's
is
real
that
life.
that 50-year-old does not have that old man grip.
Yeah.
So
Nah, he hasn't-
my money's on Zuck.
He hasn't evolved yet.
He does
Yeah.
not
That's what I'm
have-
saying.
You're supposed to have, as you get old, you're supposed to get that old man grip, like
Yeah.
where you could just choke some dude out and don't even realize.
Wait,
that
hold
dude-
on. Wait. He does have a daughter. You kind of might have gotten that.
He has a lot of kids apparently.
Elon? Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard.
Word?
He
He has
just
multiple-
he has a baby
two-
daddy.
He has two with what's her name, Grimes,
Grimes.
Oh yeah.
and then he had others with his ex.
You develop some kind of power when you have kids, especially girls. So I don't know.
No, I don't think he's raising his kids though. That's the
No,
thing.
he never
Oh, he's not raising them?
No.
He ain't got no
Dude,
grip.
no, no.
Nah. He's like poor man's Tom Cruise out
That
here.
was,
He
that,
gonna
was,
get
that was the deal. We have them. You take care of them. I'll make sure that you never have to worry about anything ever again.
He's like Trump. No grip. Baby hands, no grip.
Those children and those girls, regardless if they're his exes or not, do not have problems.
Yeah, but those are the
Their
people you
problems
worry
are
about.
Not what we consider
Those are the
problems.
guys you worry about because it just takes one, and then you're dead. That's it. Just one.
Yeah, that's
One.
fine.
This is a wild.
Elon's cocky. He
Even
doesn't
if
have
that
no like
happens,
security.
they're still good. So that
Big
like
old
I don't
tangent.
see how that's changing my statement.
The guy's going to
Saying that
fight.
loud.
He's trying to fight a 39-year-old man.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
cool.
That's not someone
Like,
who's like you.
Correct. It's
You're kind of
it
brain.
depends
You're
if
not
are they
trying to
wearing
put down a
headgear?
fight
If
with
they're wearing
somebody.
headgear,
Yeah.
then it changes things.
That doesn't make any sense because was it
I'm trying to reach our
Zuck
guest.
does Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh my
So that makes
Yeah.
no sense if they're wearing
Oh my
headgear.
God.
But that's where it started. So Elon saw Zuck doing the jujitsu, and then just like challenged him.
What?
Why?
Why?
That's
And
foolish.
that my part.
Because
And,
of his superpower. That's
yeah, and I like the idea that like you're this 50-something-year-old man. You see this 39-year-old man getting his health in, getting his workout, and you just like, you know what? I want to fight that. What for?
And
Who?
then
But this is
didn't
Yeah,
Elon
yeah,
didn't Elon say something about like, oh well, I have like a spinal injury. I got into like a fight with a sumo wrestler for show, and he did something to my spine. So that's why I don't really work out. Like he said all this nonsense, and I'm
Right.
like, why?
Why?
Why'd you even put that out there? Why'd you even plaster the Roman
But-
Coliseum?
Yes.
And then Rome was like, yo, if you do it here, there's gonna be some stipulations. Oh my god.
But best
we want our cut.
But my thing is, and I'll give them credit here. If I had billions of dollars, and I know this is going to sound horrible, I would pay other people to fight for me.
Right.
I would not be challenging random other billionaires to fight.
Well,
That to me seems weird. That's the weird part.
So
to
what
me.
you're saying is that basically underground dogfighting, you'd assume that people would do that just with real people.
But I
Didn't they do that in 51 Ronin?
mean, as if the
Emperor's
billion-
champion.
as if the
Shogun's
billionaires
champion.
don't already do that.
But by the way,
Are you telling me you don't think billionaires
oh,
have
I think they
secret?
do that completely.
Yeah.
The movie Hard Target is a real thing somewhere.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
But the funny thing is, if you think about it, this is technically a Friends episode. Times
This is
two.
true. This is true. You're right.
So it's two Rosses fighting each other?
No, it's not
Lame.
two Rosses. Monica dates a billionaire at one point, and the reason why they break up is because he tries to become the newest UFC, and he gets his ass whooped, and she's like, "I can't watch you do this," and that's why
Yeah,
they break
yeah,
up.
true.
And he's like, I want to do this. This is my path. And
By
he's
the
like,
way-
in a stretcher with the neck brace.
Yes.
Jeremy Piven, I think, was the billionaire.
Or as
No,
as
it
the
was,
movie The Blackening,
it was Favreau.
as the movie The
Favreau.
Blackening would
yeah.
tell us, we're supposed to pretend like we haven't watched Friends. That was
I ain't watching
Well,
Friends. I don't know what you're
I'll-
talking about.
I'll
Yeah,
dedicate this to COVID.
I watched-
COVID in a new relationship. Is
I
the
watched
reason why I
both-
know this.
I watched
Oh,
both Friends
yeah.
and Living Single.
Well, that was have
Okay,
you?
so that's a counter. So I
Yeah,
I
have you
watched both of
seen
them.
have you seen Blackening?
Not yet.
No, because I
it.
figured you would
I-
be the first person I would expect to want to see it.
Definitely
So I'm
seen
shocked
this
you haven't seen it. I saw it on opening a weekend.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it, okay? But one of the I'll give you that joke. That at one point, one of the questions is, can you name all the black characters that have appeared on Friends? And they actually do name all the black characters.
I only
and then
name one.
Ross's
I mean,
girlfriend.
no,
right,
girlfriend.
Alicia Tyler.
Yeah, I can't even name her character. I just know
Yeah.
her.
Exactly.
Robin Givens.
So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
they go
Yeah.
they go through the whole list, and then at the end, the game goes wrong answer. The answer is I've never watched Friends. I've only seen it Living Single. That's why it was funny that you said that. Yeah.
funny.
So I'll give you that one. I'll give you
Yeah.
that one.
He's not used to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
we're beating around the block. Oh, we're actually in
No,
front
no,
of
I
each
get
other.
respect all the time.
But okay, so let's start it off. Jaws, you had some stuff you wanted to talk about. You saw. Speaking of old school, speaking of throwing it back.
Mm.
Oh, but wait, did you want to talk about it first?
I mean,
Do we want to talk about it at the top, or do we want to save it for news?
No, I think it might take a little while.
Okay, we're gonna get to your Top Gun, but ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about the Wolverine.
Hugh
the
Jackman
Wolverine
decided to
suit.
break the internet.
Yes.
And then wear sleeves. Oh, I don't know.
I actually figured out. Oh, sorry. One of my friends texted
Green
me.
screen?
No, he's like he has a predisposition to skin cancer.
Oh.
So either
that's
A,
why he
Australia.
either it maybe they're going to edit that, and
Oh.
maybe when they actually do stuff, because like what you're seeing right now, for all you know, this is just them doing rehearsals and stuff, because they do dress rehearsals and they could do stuff. So it's either A, maybe it's because of that, or maybe for all we know, they practice with that, and then the actual movie he might be sleeveless. Like
All I'm saying is they decided to put that out there, knowing damn well they didn't need to do that.
No.
The movie comes out in November. It's
Can't
July. I didn't need to see that right away. I mean, I'm happy.
No,
but it's like-
it's for people like me, Skinny. It's so that it reminds me to not forget the fact that I gotta go.
Do you think he's really going through that regiment all over again?
No.
He's
What did I
I'm,
say?
I'm
No.
freaking done.
What did
That's
I
why he
say?
put the sleeves.
100%.
Like I'm done.
My whole thing with this is that he guaranteed was just like, I will only come back to do this film as long as you don't make me get cut again.
it just better be good.
Well, okay.
It better be good.
Here's also my
Cross our
thought.
Cable's not in it.
I'm
They're
going to put out a theory.
yeah.
I want you guys tell me if I'm crazy.
Did you notice that that's a 20th Century Fox sign?
Right. So here's my theory,
Mm.
and I know people are going to be mad at me when I say it. I don't think Hugh Jackman is in most of the movie. I think that's just the beginning stuff with the whole crossover, and then most of the movie is just Deadpool.
No,
I don't think
I
Hugh
hope
Jackman
that's not
stays.
true.
They would
And
not
I hate
do
you
that.
for saying that out loud.
That'd be madness.
See, I
That'd be
told you.
so
I hate
hate you
crazy.
for saying that out loud.
Guys,
'Cause
I
you
have to
put it
play
as a
devil-
possibility.
I have to play devil's advocate sometimes, and sometimes
I
it's going to make
feel like
people
they
mad.
wouldn't do that, but I hear you.
And for some-
but I feel the
You can hear me, though.
backlash
I
that
hear
they
you.
would get
Yes.
would be like, let me put it this way. I find the people involved in the project are very smart. They've always
Right.
been very smart, and
Ryan
they've always
is very,
been
very smart.
fan oriented since the beginning.
Right.
They completely know how big of an idea this is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think Ryan Reynolds would make a stupid enough decision to hype. Like, you wouldn't hype it then. You would let it happen then. Because the only way you get out of this is if
I don't know.
they do that at the beginning,
Ryan
and he
likes to play
immediately
games.
breaks the fourth wall and
I'm
says
sure they're going to break the fourth wall.
to everyone, say, yeah, this was a lie. It's only for this. Like,
I don't think he'd
there's
say
no-
this is a lie, but I could see them easily having Hugh Jackman pop out, fight him, throws him into the 20th Century Fox sign. The sign breaks. The rumor is that what's her name, Tara Strong, is there for the voice of
Miss Minutes.
Miss Minutes. You have Miss Minutes say something, and then Hugh Jackman gets pulled back into his universe, and then
Well, I think, but the thing is, I think one thing
I hope I'm wrong.
I've been debating on this is
I hope
I
I'm wrong.
think, and I'd hope this would be true, because if Deadpool is in fact like going to be like, if this is officially a Marvel thing, right?
right.
Deadpool is a mutant. He's supposed to be a mutant at least, right? So this has to be. I'm hoping it's going to be the event that makes the
Mutants
Fox
join.
world like it's just a transition in some shape or form. Like in a perfect world, you're saying this Fox universe exists, and he somehow jumps over into our universe and acknowledges like I'm still the same, but all these characters are also in this world, but they might be different, like something like that. you
I
know?
agree with, but there is no way in my. It's all good. There's no way in my opinion, and I'm saying this like an annoying bitch because it's an
You've been
annoying.
so far about the revelations about this, Brian.
Because I'm being an annoying bitch right now. But
But just like when I was
in-
trying to give my thank you speech, but go on. How does it feel being interrupted, Brian? Sorry. This is
for those
wedding
of you.
shit, but
So
yes.
for those of you who don't know, because you weren't at his wedding, when Dave was doing his speech, he wasn't holding his mic properly, and I said, "You know how to hold a mic," and then he told me off at his wedding. Which I think it was fair to say.
did.
You know how to
Which,
hold a mic.
by
But
the way,
anyways.
since we're not in front of like all my family, I only know that like so many people listen to this.
Hush up now.
It's because Eva was so drunk. I was trying to debate whether or not I'm like, this was the concept. The lowering was,
Are you okay?
Are you getting the mic?
Yeah.
am I now having to memorize what you told me you were going to say that I obviously didn't memorize?
Am I doing double duty now?
Yeah, exactly.
If I do this, are you then going to get angry at
It was
me
good,
because
though.
you wanted to talk? Like, I don't know what's happening. And then I was like, I'm saying it all. I'm saying it all.
It was good though. It was good. Okay, but again, as I was saying, me being a bitch,
Go on.
being the bitch that I am, no way is Kevin Feige deciding to launch mutants into the MCU through the Deadpool movie. In my opinion, I don't think
I'm
he's going to do
I'm
it.
not saying launch. I'm saying to acknowledge that there's a crossover and that characters exist, but the actual introduction of, like, example, you understand that in what will be said more or less is like Deadpool saying, like, you understand there's a Wolverine, you understand there's a Cyclops, you understand there's these characters. Now something happens in the timeline, universe, whatever.
Timey-wimey magic.
Those people exist in the Marvel universe now, but, like, there's going to be changes, meaning that they're going to take some of those characters, the actual actors, and bring them, and some of them won't. Like, for example, you can't remove Wolverine from any universe, but Hugh Jackman, like, can't keep playing him because, like, Hugh Jackman's also getting older, and clearly, like, as you guys.
Oh,
like,
are you gonna say it?
What? No, but what?
I could be
Okay.
House of M, but-
Hold on.
I think you just told us how we're gonna get Wolverine.
How?
I don't think combine what you said with what I said. Hugh Jackman does the opening, and a variant Wolverine is introduced, and now you have your new MCU Wolverine.
Maybe.
Would you be mad at that?
I
wouldn't be mad at that.
Mad.
You would be mad?
I would not be mad.
I wouldn't be mad.
I would be happy because
I think that would be great because then you retire. He gets his last
Finally.
outing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not mad at that. That's not terrible.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm
you
not
saying
bad
that
about
combining the
this. I don't
let's go.
mind.
See, there you go.
I'm saying I'm gonna not add to it, but
okay.
okay. Providing
it's a cooperation,
providing the
so yeah.
details of the suit and what we see,
Right.
that is very much astonishing. Wolverine.
Right,
That's
right.
his more astonishing
Yeah.
Utopia look. Fine.
For sure.
Okay. Universe 838
Right, which I've heard people
is
talk
the
about.
only one that they talk about where Professor X actually had his flying floating thing,
Right.
and so on and so forth. Provided that Wolverine, actually, this is even farther deep. That's the exact same suit that he wore on the cover of House of M.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
But
So assuming that Universe 838 and House of M and all that is the same universe, and that Doctor Strange in that universe is dead, could it be that those people are now coming for us? Or could it be that universe is a Fox universe?
Yeah.
Something to do with that being an incursion? Because this movie is very much going to be Deadpool kills the Fox Marvel universe. Like, there's going to be an incursion with them and us.
Yeah.
Something's going to go down. They're going to end up dying.
I was
WWE
debating-
invasion.
It makes sense that only Deadpool and I shouts to Screen Crush because they were like, and I was like, oh shit. It
Yeah.
makes sense that only Deadpool and Wolverine would survive because of their healing powers.
Cool.
So if they end up on the outskirts of time, just like what happens when the time people go and zap you,
Yeah.
and the 20th Century Fox sign is there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Long?
So they're at the the edge
They're
of
at
that.
the edge of the
edge, and now they're going
And
into. Yeah. Well, the thing I'm.
Oh,
the
snap.
thing
Now,
I'm-
which Wolverine that is, how they're going to bring them up, how they're going to make a new one, I
Right,
don't know. I'm still
right.
going deep with my theory that they're going to bring the animated people and make them real life like they did with Star Wars because it seems to be the move now. It's a good
Yeah.
wave. And
Well, for me, I think that if they wanted to play it safe in regards to what they've presented so far, they would just acknowledge. I forget what number it is, but there is a universe for like the 19th animated cartoon show, right?
Right.
yes,
It could also be that it might be them and this pull them over. That's another option because of like the whole Professor X being a chair and being in the chair, right?
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I just think what's important is that they acknowledge the concept. Like this is an official. They have to start making the motion that these things are merging or saying what the plan is. You know what I mean? Like you can't have this movie in this universe because officially this is like technically the first Fox title
Mm-hmm.
that is showing up. So like if you're doing that, you have to acknowledge all the other Fox titles, man.
True.
So like
Oh.
you have to.
Okay.
We're being real nerdy, so feel free to jump in. Akeem just
Realize
walked in.
it.
I just walked in. My bad.
That's okay, man.
No, don't worry, man.
Lastly, I'll just say the reason for that they're bringing back X-Men and they're slating as X-Men 897, but most of their stuff they're covering actually happened in 87 in the comics, all from Fall of Mutants to Mutant Massacre,
Right.
Storm having her short pixie hair to Cyclops leaving. They're going to be doing that in the show, in the cartoon. Trial of Magneto,
The
all
new
of
one.
that, in the new
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But it's going to be set in 97. So what I'm saying is that if they're using that as an explanation as 97 to 2007 to so on and so forth, those animated mutants are your X-Men. And
Super quick though. Trial of Magneto. Don't the Avengers show up in that?
Ding.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I see
There's
where
a
you
lot
went
of
with.
They
stuff.
do.
That's a heavy nerd moment right
They
there.
do, but it's
Because
not the
it's a
same
deep cut.
Avenger. It's like a
No,
different
no.
net Avengers.
No,
so-
I know, but just the idea because you just introduced how if they do that, they can bring the Avengers and connect shit.
can do a lot.
Yeah, they can do a
I
lot.
just don't know
Okay.
how they're going to do it. And this movie
Okay.
better be good. What's up, my man? You work for
Chilling,
DC
bro.
now. How you doing?
Chilling, brother. I rolled up late, but I pulled up.
No,
Yeah.
don't worry, man. Don't
I
worry.
was just trying to piece it up. I was like, I need to have an opinion about something. Quick.
Say so.
Quick.
You're
man.
you're in town doing a whole lot, man. So don't worry. We understand your
I'm
business.
trying.
You're
Busy like y'all.
do you sleep? Because every time I look at your IG, it's like, well, we just did this performance and we're at this venue and then we're going to this venue. But don't worry, I did 2 shows over here. Oh, by the way, I'm in Toronto and I'm back. Wait, there's one time where I looked at your story and your story was Montreal, Toronto, Montreal. I was like, how the did you do that? Like, what did you?
And it's like a 24. It's crazy because like it's really be like that. Stories are different because you can post stories.
Yeah.
And be
Right,
like,
right.
Like stories are like 24 hours. So like it's what I'm doing in real time.
Yeah.
I sleep in transit. That's the key.
Okay.
You gotta sleep in transit. I don't.
Fast forward through that.
Bro, I don't. 100%, bro.
We're here.
Flights, bro. I'm sleeping in transit. I don't get internet on the flight, so I'm like, I'm not checking emails, nothing like that. I'm just slumped, or I'm getting drunk. One
Yeah.
or two. Son,
I like the idea that one option is rest and the other is getting crunk.
all the alternative, bro. So when I came back from Toronto on Sunday, I was shooting some stuff
Right.
with my dogs at Joybox. Bro, so I'm there.
Hold on,
What's
pause. Girl in the white outfit that you're
Which
in
one?
that story you keep reposting. Sagittarius that ass up.
That hilarious, man.
Like,
She is fine.
That's Jelena. That's Jelena. She's a homie from Vancouver.
Someone needs to tag her on the IG.
I'll tag her.
Nah,
I
I'm
got
just
you.
playing. I'm just playing.
But
I gotta be good.
But that's true. So I went to do some stuff with
I'm
Joybox
playing.
this past weekend, and on the way back, I was going to sleep, but I bumped into a friend on a flight that just came back from the Beyonce concert.
Oh,
So she's on a high. and
Yeah,
I'm like, shit,
yeah,
she on a high. I gotta
yeah,
get
yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
So I'm there. I'm talking to the flight attendant. Shout out to Alice because she's a real one. And I'm like, do you got any Prosecco? So I'm trying to make me a mimosa on the flight. She's like, no, we don't, unfortunately. So I'm like, all right, how can we do this? I was like, you got orange juice? She's like, yeah. You got white wine? She's like, yeah. You got club soda? She's like, yeah. So I just put all that together.
Amazing.
I mean, and my friend's like, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
You got me drank for
chemist.
free on the flight. But man, it's all right. I'm blessed and highly favored, bro. I'm happy to be home till the end of summer. You know,
Oh, you're all the way
blessed.
till the end.
Yeah, 'cause I
I'm home
didn't-
for a minute.
I didn't realize that because when I spoke to you the last time, I expected you to be on your like just visiting for a minute because as those of you who know who watch the pod or have spoken when we've had Akeem on, you're out west right now.
I was, yeah. I was out.
But are you planning to go back at the end of the summer, or are you looking at other?
Maybe not Vancouver.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to the States.
Okay.
Yo, it's been rough for your boy. I'm not gonna hold you.
real.
Everything's in this year so far
Yeah.
has just been telling me, Akeem, you just need to get to the States. immediately.
Yeah.
Like just what
Yo.
are you waiting for?
Right.
Just get there. So I'm in talks with some lawyers to see who can give me the best quote
Yeah.
on getting my papers and
That
then
visa, that O2.
that O1B.
O1B. Okay.
O1B.
Oh yeah, O2 is what my buddy got when he shout out to Patrick, but when he got his sign off from was it Sony or one of them, Ubisoft. One of them were just like, "Oh, you can do a thing that no one else can do," and I was just like, "I mean, he's good, but is it really?" And it's like, "Yep,
Extraordinary alien.
you're right."
Alien with extraordinary ability. That's what it's
Yeah.
Every one of them visas got alien in the title.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
America's a Men in Black. That's what it's But I got some. Before we get to the promo shit, I got some
Yeah.
shit I need to talk because we keep coming up here and I keep talking about asking y'all which character I could play in the Marvel universe. But
Yep.
James Gunn,
Okay.
man's been
Hold on.
going off, bro.
Okay.
Did y'all talk about this already?
No,
No.
not at all.
We haven't at all.
I have a
Hijack.
character.
I'll hijack the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just
Yes,
saying.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
you're
All
right.
right, cool. Because we need to figure because this man been going off since he got
Yeah.
like it's been what 3-4 months he's been a
8 maybe.
that much
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been like 8 months.
But
It's
like
been within
I
a
don't-
year though, which he's still done a lot within a year.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's
And
not
like-
playing games. You learn.
But his
He's been laying
casting is
things.
all over the place.
Yes,
Yes.
that doesn't make
I
any
thought he was
sense.
going straight youth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my
Yeah, no.
right.
Guy Gardner's an old ass man. Like, what are you doing, bro?
and we gotta say the Lois Lane. Everyone expected to be at least 5-6 years younger.
Right.
So homegirl from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel getting the role. A nod to the fact
Fire.
that you can get older but
Facts.
not even older. She's younger than me. She's not an older actress.
Is she older than the guy playing Superman?
Yeah,
I think she is.
they're doing some student teacher thing with that.
Facts.
Bruh.
Some
Teacher?
stepmom,
Hold on.
stepdad.
Some Marvel
Yeah.
teacher
Some
stuff.
stepmom, stepson,
Should we talk about that? That's
Marvelous.
weird,
Bro.
man.
But
Lois is in her 40s.
even
Superman all
Hawkgirl,
25.
isn't that girl that's playing Hawkgirl
They'll
mad young
de-age her.
too?
The girl that playing Hawkgirl is very, very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got what? And then
Okay, so Lois is 33,
right.
and then I'm trying to
Which
find.
isn't crazy.
No.
No.
Yeah,
You gotta calm
shit.
down.
Not that bad.
God damn it.
Hold on.
I
Let me
wish they
look
could
up.
get a young Aunt May.
Yeah,
man.
but she's not even that young though. If you beat, she just looks good for a white woman.
Yeah, she's the actual age of Aunt May in the
Yes.
comic.
Yes.
but she
Yes.
looks good.
She just looks good. That's
Wait, hold on. Is she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
really
is.
is.
Aunt May, she's the actual age of Aunt May in the comic.
Yes.
I mean, old and
Yeah.
fat.
Yes.
I love modern society.
But
I'm
no,
saying.
that's what it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
We like, and I've had who did I have this conversation with? Where we're just like, yo, them telling people you can't smoke inside has really de-aged white people
Facts.
because all of a sudden, all of them are out there looking way
Man,
younger than they used to.
Yeah.
on
Man,
TV.
yo.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
crazy fast.
Man,
That's
but,
cigar lounges, yeah.
Yeah.
but she went to HBCU, so she was put up on all the oils,
Yeah.
all the lotion.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was drinking mad water, cooking the water.
Our boy Superman, David Cornsweet, is 30. So yeah, he's 3 years younger.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not crazy though.
No.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Within a range. Like,
And-
you have
and-
questionnaires that put that range.
And the funny part is, for the story, it makes sense because Clark shows up to the Daily Planet and she's already there.
And
Established.
Yeah, she's
Established.
They didn't put them
True.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Right.
new cartoon has it set up that she's an intern and he's an intern that started after. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but it's been pretty good. Yeah, the new cartoon.
It's a series?
Yeah, it's a new
I gotta
series.
peep it.
My Adventures with Superman.
Is it? This
It's
is
the one that the animation you didn't like.
Is that the one where
Sailor
Superman
Moon
transforms into his suit?
like Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
yeah.
like the Sailor Moon joint?
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, what is going on?
Only okay, but
He
they
transforms into
yes,
Yes,
but
bro.
but
It looks
hold
ridiculous.
on.
Not even like a
But-
Power
hold
Ranger
on.
type
It
shit.
looks
Like,
ridiculous.
at
Hold
least,
on.
like,
Go
Sailor
back into
Moon.
the telephone booth.
Like,
and
and
just
Hold on,
do it that
hold
way.
on, hold on.
And you're still rocking the underwear on the outside. I don't like that.
Not yet. Yeah, okay, fun. It's funny. It's very funny that you say that. Okay, it does not start off that way, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's the fact that he shows up to the spot where his ship landed. He's finally because when in the first episode you find out that when his parents tried to show it to him when he was a kid, he got freaked out, he got mad, and because his parents almost fell into the ship because it started opening and trying to communicate with him. He got so mad that he jumped, saved his parents, put them on land, dug all the dirt around, and threw it back on top and said, "I never want to go in there."
Childish.
So then the next episode, like later in the episode, you see him now. He's like graduated. Him and Jimmy are roommates.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, they both.
That's a different spin.
Yeah.
As from what I understand, Jimmy's also black, by the way. So
Jimmy Black
the
again?
redhead to black,
That's a
black thing
weird
has
thing.
been happening, but it
A lot.
continues.
Weird
Bruh.
thing.
But he's black, and then Superman, Clark is very young, and Lois is already an intern and has been an intern for a little bit. Okay, but hold on. Because hold on.
He threw his head back.
Let me explain.
He threw his head back.
You see it?
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Oh, where'd the glasses go? Where did his glasses go?
Hold on.
Before you go, hey, there's my man right there.
Hold on.
Explain to me where the glasses went.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did his glasses go?
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2
It's getting wild
seconds.
in here. It's getting wild.
The reason that he transformed,
What was the reason?
the transformation happens because when he finally decides to go and figure out,
And embrace his bad bitch side?
he finally goes to find out because he gets into a fight, he gets his ass whooped a little bit, but he's just like, okay, I need to find out
Oh my
who I
God.
am. He goes back to the ship, digs it up, and starts the process. When he starts the process, he gets swallowed into the machine, and his father, Jor-El, comes and starts talking to him. As Jor-El starts talking to him, he says, first of all, weird ass shit because they have the Kryptonians talking like Greek all of a sudden. Very random. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, what? Why are y'all talking with the Greek Mediterranean accent? Anyways, but then he says something. He gives him a flash of like them in space, and then all of a sudden you see the S on his chest pop,
Yeah.
and then he goes through a Sailor Moon-esque transformation.
Esque?
Yes.
My man threw his head back.
But it's the ship is like stitching the suit to him and like transforming.
That was not stitching.
Is that one
shit.
time? Let me just.
It happens to one time because after that he just puts it on and off.
Okay.
That's all.
In the phone booth?
No, well, he did it in the
In what
apartment.
phone booth?
There's no
There's
phone booth.
Oh, that's true.
New York got rid of its last phone
That
booth,
is
man.
true.
They
That
never
is
really
true.
dead.
See that
That
again.
is true.
I wish I could know Krypton's moon so I could ask, is he new sailor?
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Like that's how stupid it looks.
But to be fair,
Right.
when Superman does not have a phone booth, he just spins around and poof.
Yeah, like the
Like
Flash.
Wonder Woman.
Like the
So, and the Flash.
Same
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
So that's just more stylized.
I'm super new with
But
Arcane.
it's decided
This
to
nigga
face
had
off
glitter
anime.
all over him in terms of Superman.
Okay, but the funny part you mentioned with the shorts, because when he comes out of the thing in the suit, and his mom is already freaked out because the mom doesn't want him to go to the Kryptonian side, whereas
Right.
the dad's just like, yeah, man, go do you. But the mom's just like, that's my baby. I don't want it to go.
Dad.
Yeah. It was actually pretty funny.
Go.
Pa
It's
Kent
fine.
was just like, yeah, you do you, and then like walks away, and the mom's just like, this motherfucker, and she's just like, well, I don't think you need to do it, and then he goes and does it anyways. But when he comes out and he has the suit, and he's like, Mom, I'm still your boy, and she's just like, yes, you are, and then she's just like, but you need some shorts over that, and she sews him the trunks to put over the suit.
Oh,
Why is your
Yeah.
mom being like protecting your junk like that? You need some shorts over that.
Did she stick like days of the week on the inside of the too? That's what I feel like that's going on.
Clark
I'm not
Kent
watching.
on the inside.
I'm not watching.
His name right on the
I'm
inside.
not watching it.
I mean, so far it's been good.
I don't
The
care.
first villain is Livewire.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool.
She's the
Yeah.
electrical one.
Yeah.
Can she
And
goes
they changed
into
it.
the
She's not a-
electrical
Not
line
yet.
itself?
Not yet.
They changed it. She's not. She doesn't start off as a shock jock. She's
Okay.
actually a thief.
Okay.
She and the usual stuff. But okay, I'm gonna let you guys keep
But
going
how many
because
episodes have been out though? So
only
far?
2 so far,
Okay.
as far as I know.
I didn't even realize it was out. But
There's
like,
a
yeah, it's a hard
character.
sell.
There's a character.
That I can play?
Well, hold on.
I was gonna.
I
do
don't.
Another pitch.
I kind of like this character for you, but at the same time, James Gunn is not going to give this character any shine. And I'm
Uh-oh.
just going to find their name.
I'm gonna say one out loud. Simon Baz. I believe he could do that.
But Simon,
I don't
but
remember.
Baz is
but I
not
don't-
black.
But that's the thing. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
remember
Not
his.
black, black.
Well,
He
because,
is
no, because-
North African.
Yeah,
But listen,
I
honestly,
don't- but
Yeah.
he's not Spanish or anything like
No,
that.
that's what I'm saying, North African.
He could still,
He
he
could-
could still
he could-
pull it off.
he's-
That's what I'm saying.
he could
He's got
pass.
the chops.
son, at this point, they can make me everybody. They're taking every redhead, turn them to black. Like,
It's
bro,
cold, man.
they're not even. They don't even care no more.
No, they don't.
They don't give a shit no more.
The Batman character, the guy in the yellow suit,
You don't want to do that. To
Oh,
him,
no,
With,
no.
Batwing?
It's
No.
in the
That-
Batman family.
Batwing?
If they do it
Signal.
right.
Signal,
The
sorry,
Oh,
Signal.
you talking? Is it
Duke.
the signal or is it?
Duke. He's talking about Duke. No.
Yeah, but how is that?
Duke is also very, very young. You need Duke to age up a bit. In the comic book, Duke is.
Maybe Lucius. Not
Ooh.
Lucius, but his son.
Yo, but yeah, you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Batwing.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I
That's what
meant.
you're
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Maybe
Also,
him.
Signal and
You get
Batwing are
Batman,
two different
you're
people.
I'm down. But
wait.
I was thinking.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Signal and Batwing are two different people.
John
Batman-
Stewart.
That's crazy.
yeah.
I'm old enough now. I'm 31.
You can do John
I
Stewart.
got the
No,
voice.
he's right.
I'm actually
He's
in
right.
the gym.
It's right. 'cause
I'm
he's-
100%
yeah.
behind that. 100%.
And you
Great
bring in the
character.
army fatigue. We already seen
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Right, nigga. I'm shaved.
And
I'm clean.
and you can and John Stewart is his whole like super like he's not confident at first.
Right.
But the thing that gives him confidence when he starts is because he's an engineer, and this is something that is known to everyone, he has the strongest constructs of any Green
Yes.
Lantern.
Yeah, because
And that's
Yeah.
and you know that.
I know.
You
I
as a fan,
was going to confirm.
yeah. And that's a really important aspect of the character.
After I watched the cartoon movie, I was convinced.
Yes.
I was convinced.
I
But then I
definitely
see
see that
who's
easily.
like rumored in the fan cast for it, and I'm like, damn, that's gonna be tough.
who is it?
It's the biggest one is Trevante Rhodes.
Oh.
The
Well,
biggest one is Trevante Rhodes for.
Wasn't it for a while? The internet was always saying Common should have done it.
Common's
Yeah.
going to. Common's
Well,
going
not
to.
now,
Going
not now,
to.
but back
Yes.
then.
I love how we
Hold
just
on.
all went up and
Wait,
on.
No.
But
He
let-
was going to do
Yeah,
it.
let John tell
He was
it.
going to do it because who's the guy that did Mad Max?
Uh,
George Miller.
Yeah.
So he was going to do a Justice League movie, and Common was supposed to be.
With
No,
yeah.
that wouldn't be
Yeah,
it.
Common was supposed to be it, and then it just didn't happen. And then he was like, "Fine, I'm going to do Mad Max Fury Road."
Yeah, nah.
And
Common's not doing. He
then
can't
I
do
remember when Common came to Montreal, he was talking about it in his show.
it. He probably excited.
He was excited. He was telling us, like,
Yeah,
I'm going to be.
That's huge.
I'm gonna be the Green Lantern in the new movie, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And then it didn't happen.
I don't understand
Got
how.
canceled 'cause he
Here's
talked
the reason.
about
I'll tell you the reason why.
No, the whole production got.
I'll tell you the reason why I don't want to watch the Superman show
Hmm.
is because DC, when it comes to cartoons, has not missed. I'll be honest with you.
Facts.
No,
They have not missed.
It would
We've
hurt.
said
The DC Wars.
I know
all-
you. I know he doesn't like one or two of them because he
Which
finds them
ones?
So
a
the
little
last
dark.
one where it got really dark.
Right.
Justice League Dark was good, and then the last one where the Justice League just basically went into a trap and they all died.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that,
Which
that,
one?
that's
Apocalyptic
that's
War.
Dark
Yeah.
Apocalypse or whatever.
Or one of those. Two.
And
The last one
the
before.
where Flash at the end runs back to chick.
Yeah.
That was fire.
He didn't like it. He
I
didn't
didn't
like
see
it.
Wonder
that
Woman in
one
her leg
that
ripped
was-
off.
She was a cyborg.
But I've not been a fan of their new anime style,
There's-
animation
looks like
style. Yeah, it looks like Archer met
Archer.
Batman animated series, and
Right.
I see what you're trying to do, but like with the exception of
But,
Long Halloween, I've not enjoyed.
But I'll say
the
this
other
though:
ones.
what he's saying,
Yeah.
animation aside, story wise,
Oh, they're
fine.
no
They've
misses.
never.
Fire.
No misses.
No
Yeah.
misses.
It's cohesive. It
Yeah.
flows. It's like
Every
watching them. They just need to do that
Oh,
with real people.
yeah, I've always argued
We've
fire
been-
your
Tell me more.
writers and
We've been
promote
saying
your
that.
Do that with real
cartoon
people.
writers. That's
We've
all
been
you gotta
saying
do.
For
that.
some
I'm pretty
reason,
sure.
Warner Brothers has this really
100%.
big thing of no, we don't want to hire the animated people.
Yeah.
It's like, but
So
Brad
annoying.
Bird made the transition,
Makes no
Right.
sense.
and but he kind of fumbled, but still, he made the transition and he did Mission Impossible.
But you
then
don't
they
even
was
need
going
to do all that. You just need to watch the movie and just do exactly that.
Yeah.
Before each scene, play the scene on the cartoon, and y'all do that.
I
What's
agree.
the problem?
I agree, but I find you get like something that just doesn't feel the same. Like Watchmen. Watchmen's cool. It does the comics 100%,
Yeah.
scene for scene for scene. But you watch and you're like,
Well,
No, but I
getting-
hear what he's saying with the
I-
like with Justice League
Sin
Unlimited.
City.
You literally have like the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying what I'm saying
Story.
is that you need the people behind that storyboard.
Yes, yes, yes,
to
yes, yes, yes.
Execute it.
They can go there and fact check.
I
Yeah,
would say
but you know what I mean. Like,
I
Yeah, I
understand
know
what you're saying. Yeah.
but like,
I would say, if anything, you need them in the writing room to help you translate it to the
Yeah.
live.
yes.
But I don't think you need them to develop it completely.
Yeah.
Because I think if anything, it is a good idea to get new blood to come in, tell their version of the
but
story.
they're not using new
But-
blood.
but the
They're-
counter-
I know.
But
It's
just
a whole
to
other.
counter
James,
your
go
point,
ahead. Come here.
Yeah.
to counter your point about
Yeah.
Watchmen, you take a movie like Sin City where it's almost frame
Yeah,
for
Frank
frame,
Miller.
and that movie was fire. The
Yeah,
second one
but-
was not great, I admit.
No.
but
Yeah.
the first one was
Took
sick.
too long to
Always
come out, that's
comes
why.
in and like he's 100% about what he's about to do and everything. So it's
So
it's
maybe
always
it's about setting standards.
it's always the people that are executing it. That's the important part. But if you have people that are just knocking it out the park, 100.
No, but I
Just
think
take
James.
them.
I think James Gunn's got it. Like I think so far,
Yeah.
like you know what? I can't even say that because Marvel, him being part of Marvel, was such a good job in terms of casting.
Yes.
They did what 2 recasts in the entire franchise. I think
For his
for all of them. For all of them. Like I think.
Oh, for the
War
whole
Machine got
There was
Yeah.
War Machine, you're right.
who else got
and
recast?
I don't know.
Other than what's his name? Bolt the
Don,
Thor's.
Don Cheadle.
Oh,
Cheadle
and
took
Yeah,
over.
that's
yeah,
War Machine and
and
the
dude-
Warriors 3. One
Yeah,
of
the
the
Warriors
Yeah.
3
one of
guy.
the
That's
Warriors
it.
3.
That's
yeah,
it. But
yeah.
either way, so I'm saying like, so I trust in the casting process
Right.
to make that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
I'm
Henry
excited to see
Cavill
who's
wasn't
coming
a-
in as the Flash.
Like Henry Cavill wasn't a bad Superman.
No,
no, he's
he got trash movies.
He got trash
Henry
Yeah.
He was the
Cavill.
best
Henry,
Superman.
he's one of
Henry
the.
Cavill
Yeah,
got screwed.
he's easily
He
possibly
got
the
screwed.
best Superman.
He got
And he
screwed
gave a
hard.
crap.
He gave it to him.
You don't think he was the best?
He was
He's top 2.
he was a good
Okay,
Kent.
wait, wait,
He was
wait.
a good Kent, and he
Hold
was a
on.
good Superman.
Who's above?
Oh,
Who are
yeah.
you? I just
Yeah.
if you say Dean Cain, you have to
No,
get
no,
the
no,
God out of here.
No.
If you
Hey.
do, I will salute you, sir, because it would piss him off so
Hey,
much.
I'll be
Not
honest with
vegan.
you. I'll be honest with you. I was such a Smallville fan growing up as a kid.
Really, Tom
Okay.
Welling.
You
Tom
get
Welling,
points.
yeah. Tom
You get
Welling
points.
is my
Tom Welling was
favorite.
a heart, but the thing is,
And he played it the longest.
Yeah.
He did.
He has the
I-
most
I
experience.
will
the thing is
give you
about
that.
Tom is that I
Yeah.
never got him in a suit long enough to
Right.
compare him as Superman.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
He was,
He
he
is
was
Clark.
the best
Yeah,
Clark.
that's Clark.
That is
That's
literally
Clark.
who you look at to
Yeah,
be
he's the
Clark.
best Clark.
You want to be? I'm William Clark Kent.
That-
I look at
yes.
Tom Welling.
Yeah.
But
See,
for
that's-
Superman, I didn't get enough of it.
That
Yeah.
I would, and it's funny because I had this, who did I have this conversation with where we were sitting and we were saying, who would you, if you could make your own universe, who would you make do what? And I was just like, and both my friend and I said Tom Welling is Clark, but Henry Cavill is Superman. Like if you could
You never
merge,
just swap.
yeah.
So he spins as
So
Clark.
when,
and
he
he
does,
comes down
so
to-
when he does the Sailor Moon thing, he can
That's hilarious.
But-
person.
But if you think about it, like it's the idea of like your perfect universe blend.
Right.
Tom Welling is the best Clark.
Yeah.
I
You know
do
what-
agree.
But you know what's funny about that? If you did that metamorphosis, it would make the glasses thing a bit more sensical because it's actually a
For
different
sure.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
would
like
be
the mask
kind of
comes off.
cool if that was
It
like
would
a
be
power
funny.
that he changed literally
Facts.
to another person.
Facts. That's a good point.
I'm not against that.
It would be
That I'm
funny.
not good.
It would be
Like
funny.
That would be
He-Manning
funny.
it up, like
Yeah. Straight up, Prince had an
But that's
meme,
what
and
it
that's
is.
what's happening.
That's
That's
what
what
it
he's
is.
suggesting, and I'm
Facts.
not against that. Actually, not at all.
I'm gonna give my crazy idea. It's probably not a good idea, but it's a character that no one pays attention to. But if you give this character a new origin story and try to actually write them properly, could be really interesting, especially because they play a major part in a Superman story. Bloodwind.
Ooh.
Bloodwind is, and his history is a little weird because it's like some slave family ancestry thing. But when it comes to the Doomsday fight, Bloodwind is the guy that lasts the longest with Superman all the way until the end. He actually doesn't get knocked out. He gets like thrown and is out of like the area. And that's the only reason he's not helping Superman. But him and Superman together were the last two when the Justice League were fighting Doomsday in Justice League 69. So that's why I'm saying if James Gunn wants to do Legacy and is going to build up to a Doomsday story, introducing a younger Bloodwind and actually developing, and this is the other thing that I've always saying because people get mad at me. Stop race bending all the characters and start giving the black characters their can do, because Bloodwind has been there and in the story has an amazing story, holds it down against Doomsday, fights like his life depends on it. And then when it comes to modern day, no one even knows who Bloodwind is. He's not in any of the stories anymore. So I'm saying, instead of James Gunn being like, let's make this character black, let's make that character Latino. No, you got your black Mr. Terrific. You do it. You want your Jon Stewart, which again, also very solid option. You want to do Jon Stewart, do Jon Stewart. But don't come at me with all these race bending characters when we got 101.
I got dragged for that on TikTok. For saying the exact same thing.
No, I
got dragged for that.
I get shit on all the time in nerd groups when
Leave
I
these white characters white. Either go do your research and find these black characters that are there, or create new ones.
You have all of Milestone right there. Get Icon in here.
Bro, we've been saying.
Bro, you got
There's sometimes I think it makes sense. For example, Jason Momoa not being a blue-eyed blonde and being Aquaman. That makes sense.
Okay,
I liked how no one got mad that he was.
I was going to point out though,
and that makes sense.
Right.
There's not many moments that you can do that.
Dave, you're not wrong. I think one of the things though is, and it's always good to have your perspective on stuff like that because we're black. So for us, we're automatically thinking predominantly black characters. So you make a very valid point. I will say this though, people are very easy to give Jason Momoa as much rope because Momoa is Momoa.
Right.
Like he has that energy about him. Whereas like if you try to replace another blonde, blue-eyed character with a completely black person, people are still going to complain.
Momoa is like very
Momoa is like
in
he's
there.
He's close to
like Bond. Is that what you said?
You could be in that.
Yeah.
That's why the Little Mermaid they were up in armor.
Yeah, exactly.
So far.
But the thing is, you got to be careful with it, right? Because you could also like race bend someone and completely also do a faux pas. For example, let's say they want to race band Mr. Miracle.
Oh, interesting.
That's a faux.
For those of you who don't know, Mr. Miracle is a character from Jack Kirby's original New Gods.
Yeah,
and he was raised on Darkseid's planet. He was they had to switch kids. You know, I don't know if you guys know that old thing, that weird ancient battles, but sometimes you would take the ward. The ward you kept was the child of someone that lost a battle. Yeah. So that Mr. Miracle was a situation like that.
And they exchange. Well, they exchange it for peace. The peace was that since you have my son, I have your son. I can't destroy your planet. Right. But in that one, his son ultimately ends up being like the Mr. Miracle ultimately ends up being like a slave essentially.
Yes.
Like,
and he's suicidal and he's an escape artist because he kept trying to leave.
So if you did that, it'd be like, I think you get a complete
I see what
inverse, like, hey, that's kind of
again, and you're right. But that's the thing. You're not wrong. First of all, don't give us characters that are slaves to just one. You know, off the top, easy one not to do. Yeah. And then Wizzy's here and he mentioned James Bond. Some people are just like, why can't Idris play James Bond? First of all, as I understand it, Idris doesn't even want to play it.
Yeah, he's like, nah, that's a landmine. I ain't going to do that.
But I mean, he wanted to, but he also didn't want to.
Come hang out. Weezy's in the cut. Come hang out. Skin of Marinka's babysitting right now.
I tell you guys don't have kids, man. Shout out to the team, man. Geek-tastic. Welcome back.
Thanks for hooking up the space, man. We appreciate it.
We're all family. We're all one team.
Yeah.
I was dying to see Idris Elba as Bond. For people that don't know, I grew up watching Bond. My mom used to get the little VHS DVDs.
Right.
I don't know if you guys are like me. I don't know, Dave, if you had a family member like I did. I had that one godmother that always seemed like she's like the only plug that had the VHS DVD. And she, like nobody else was able to buy a VHS besides her. And she used to bring all these movies. I've seen every Bond. Why are you Bond coming off Bond? That's they got Bond literally bulls girls in different countries.
Yeah.
Kills whoever he wants. He has all the fight guys. And by the way, you know what? I'm
smashes.
Yeah, he smashes everything. And she's gonna die after.
Yo.
Yeah.
She knows it. He knows it.
Here's my level of understanding.
You know what the black guy doing that?
Here's my level of understanding. Here's my level of understanding about James Bond, because the only one I watched was the one with Halle Berry. That was the only one I watched.
Right.
So
That's
my
not a good representation, just for the sake of.
but here's my thing though. I thought James Bond was similar to like Charlie's Angels, where it was just an alias of the person.
Right.
It wasn't race specific.
Right.
It wasn't really James. This wasn't a whole new. This was like, okay, there's a new. It's an agency.
And
It's an agency.
James.
And I've
the
had.
thing is, like, why not? Sorry, do you want?
I was just gonna say I've had that conversation with people. The only reason, and this is the only canonical thing that makes it not that makes it that it's not just a name that passes on to a different person, is when Her Majesty's Secret Service, the actress that was in Game of Thrones, the grandmother of Roses or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, but that actress, when she was younger, she played Bond's wife. She's the only one that he ever got married to. She dies, and then Roger Moore takes over in the next movie, and he's mourning her at the gravesite. And that's the only thing that links the idea
as the person,
that it's because why would Roger Moore, who's not quote unquote Bond, be mourning
her?
Because that ruins his undercut. Like, you're supposed to be the new Bond, you're outing yourself as the guy that was married to her. So that's the only thing that, because I've had this conversation, a lot of my friends get annoyed at me whenever I bring it up. They're just like, that's one time. I'm like, yeah, but guys,
and then later on in the series with Daniel Craig, they established that.
I would say Daniel Craig feels like his own Bond though. He does a full run.
That was like the reboot and then the full
That felt like an alternate universe almost. The only because there's a beginning and the end, because there's never supposed to be
the only thing that links it is Judi Dench. She links it with
the old
what's
stuff.
his name?
Pierce
Brosnan's one.
I don't know what these niggas is talking about.
Judi Dench.
That's something I never got into.
Judi Dench played M.
Bond is something I never got into.
That's true.
She played M. She was
That's one of the. That's one of the espionage. I watched Spy Kids.
Really?
I watched Charlie's Angels. But Bond is something I never got into.
I'll tell you this.
What happened? Bro, Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, a young Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
What?
Wait.
You're a hater.
You gotta say that on the mic if you say that. You can't just say that.
Don't let him know.
In frame on camera.
Yeah. This needs to be on
We
record.
need to see your face. Don't let us start thinking that's me. That's not right.
Flip this table over.
That ain't right.
Drew Barrymore is a baddie. She's a baddie in she's a baddie in Charlie's Angels. Bro, she is baddie in bring that up.
Kirsten Dunst, actually.
Bro,
Hold on.
Drew Barrymore is baddie in Charlie's Angels, all of them.
Yeah.
And she's a baddie in Batman Forever. Y'all know how much I love
yeah.
She was sugar.
She was a baddie in Batman Forever.
Yeah.
I can't argue that one.
Was she was the angel one?
She was the angel. Stop playing with me, dog. Come on.
Sugar and spice.
Get it.
She was sugar.
But yeah,
but to settle the
Blood
Bond
Win-
argument, just quickly, it's really simple. There's 7, right? 1 0 0 1 0 0 2 0 0. Choose any other agent number.
There are agents still.
But do movies with them.
Not other agents.
But they suck. That's why. Like, isn't there a movie where like he rolls up on 006? He's like, "What are you doing?"
Dude,
that's GoldenEye.
Yeah, and he's like, "Bro, like, what are you up to?"
He kills them because he's fucking around.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what?
Which means there's a vacant space for Idris. Like, that was the thing.
Yes.
How crazy would it be if they did y'all watch the last Triple X? Where they had all the different
Not
Triple X's there?
not Ice Cube. The
The
one after.
one with the one after.
Okay.
Return of Xander Cage.
Yeah.
Bro, how crazy would it be to have like a bunch of just 00 whatevers?
That'd be
But dude.
Like a battle royale.
I-
Like GoldenEye, like the game, but like in real life.
That's the Expendables. Essentially.
But I
They
have,
work together, nigga.
I have been saying for the longest time that. So I don't know if you guys know, for Prime they did that show Citadel. the Russos. And the whole idea behind that show is you're going to do the first American version, which is the one with Priyanka and Matt, Game of Thrones homie.
Priyanka.
Right. And then the idea was you're going to do international ones in every market to tie it all together. And the entire time, I was just like, why haven't they done that with Bond? Not whether or not it's an international aspect where you have Jeffrey Wright's character who was an American and this character over here was doing this, or just do the different. You can't tell me there's so many people in England and the only spies you got are these white guys. How is there not a brown spy? India has one of the biggest brown populations. South Asians run these streets.
There's not one Ranjit. There's not one.
You don't know Trini spy. I don't know Trini spy. What's going on? Like, bro.
They did kind of do that in the newer one, Moneypenny.
Right. Yes.
She's like, I can't go out. I can't go back out.
And then what's her name? When the last movie, she gets the 007 title. Girl from
Last the Burner Boy.
LaShawn,
A Good Day to Die or something like the last.
I have to look at her name.
Bond movie.
But she you had a black woman as 007.
Oh yeah, she was supposed to be the next
Right.
one.
Well, she was another agent. She was like,
Yeah.
oh, no,
She was
taking-
007.
She
She
was
took the
taking
number.
because
Yeah.
she took
Basically,
over
Bond
because he
isn't with
retired.
MI6 anymore, so he's kind of rogue, and
Yeah.
she's the new 007, and she's just all like
Word.
on him all the time.
Yeah.
What's her name?
LaShawn, what's
The
her-
last movie
from
with the
Woman-
rockets?
from Woman
She was-
King, and
Yeah, she was in the Woman King.
I'm trying to remember her name.
Yeah.
Which one?
She was the one that
Spoiler.
she's
Woman King been out. What you mean?
No, come on, tell me.
she's the one that dies, the one that's like her second in command who trains.
Oh,
her.
she plays Captain Marvel in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
fire. Oh,
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
fire.
What's her name?
Is she
LaShawn-
British in real life?
Yeah, she is.
Word.
What's her Lashana?
Bro, these British actors be blowing my mind.
Lashana
bro.
Lynch. Lashana Lynch.
Bro, that
But yeah,
shit's
Is she
crazy.
supposed to be playing Bob Marley's wife? in the new
Yes,
movie?
she is playing Bob Marley's wife.
So she dies in Woman King? Yeah, I figured.
Well,
Yeah,
sorry.
No, I mean someone's got to
The
die.
way
in
you
that
said
movie.
that, I
no,
felt
no,
so
no.
bad.
I saw that movie.
Reason.
Like, there's
Hot take. You know who else? You know who should have won Sexiest Woman Alive of the past year? Viola Davis.
That's fair.
She could have got what? She could have Woman King. She could have.
Wow, why are you saying all this off screen?
Yeah,
Why so much smoke off screen?
When he doesn't have a mic.
Woman King. Viola Davis was bad as hell.
Yes.
Stop playing with me.
She was fantastic. That's a great movie.
Don't get angry looking at me.
Yeah, what I'm saying about Woman King.
Have it, Dave. Sorry.
What I'm saying about Woman King is that someone's got to die.
Yeah,
A movie like that, you're not gonna have badass
yeah.
women and nobody gets sacrificed for them to
I know.
She popped her shoulder.
Yeah.
She was a gangster up into the very end.
Yes, that was the thing though. I remember when I was in the theater and I saw her with the shoulder when they panned to her being in the cage
Right.
with the other girl, the main girl, and I was just like, oh shit, they got my girl. I got so mad. I was like, my girl. And then when she dies, I was just like, I'm okay. She did her job.
Yeah,
like
she
I
popped her
was,
shoulder back in. She did what she had to do.
I was that was a performance and a half. So.
Son, these past movies that have been coming out, because I'm happy the theaters are open.
Yeah.
I know.
I've seen everything too. I've been in the theater almost
I've
too
got
much.
a laundry list of movies I'm trying to work to get in.
All right.
Laundry list. First of all, anything a part of James Gunn. Like
Yeah,
before,
let's do it.
every time I come over, it was just Marvel.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
I'm cool with either.
Yeah.
I'm cool with either. But the one movie that like I want to get into that I think I have a chance in, and this is a spoiler if y'all haven't seen it, but it's your fault. G.I. Joe.
Oh, take me with you, please.
G.I. Joe. Because y'all seen Transformers.
Yes, we see it.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I was sitting in that theater watching that movie, and
Fire.
I was sitting next to my friend, and at the end I was just like, I don't know about this movie. And then the guy, and then what's his name? They start having that conversation, and he's just like, you might want to come, and he slides over the card and it's G.I. Joe, and I was just like, you just made this movie a 10 on 10.
Son,
I said
really?
it out
That part
loud.
alone.
I said it out loud in the theater. This just went. Just see the
100%.
G.I. Joe.
Really?
Just see the G.I.
100%.
Joe.
100%.
All
Wow.
the pain I went through as a Transformers fan, watching that movie, being
Son,
like,
first
this
of all,
could have been better.
Time out. The movie was great. The movie
It
was
was
great.
fine.
This
is
It was
great.
okay.
You
It
said
wasn't
you
that
didn't
bad.
mind Rise
It
of
was
the Beast.
great.
I didn't mind it, but I feel bad too because I met the assistant director on the of it because he's my friend's.
You met the AD of it?
My friend's boyfriend is
Call
the
him
AD.
right now.
I don't have his number.
Call him
Call
now.
her.
I'll
We'll fit like you have-
yeah.
Get me in G.I. Joe.
But so he asked me. He's listing off all this stuff because him and I met the first time at the dinner party.
The 8? How do you know? What?
Right?
Come on.
Yeah.
No, you're not just going to
I
How do you know this, man?
He,
It was shot here?
Yeah,
there's parts.
It's parts of it. A lot of the good part.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dude.
So, you know what
It's right in front of your work, Bill.
What do you mean the front of There's a little small part of Sunlight.
You know the rapper Toby?
Right up, so the Sunlight Building, where a ton of movies get shot.
Dude.
Out, so you know where the
It was
park
wild.
is, and then that little alleyway there.
Yeah.
I see the trucks,
right
nigga.
there.
I see the trucks.
I work from home, son.
How you ain't seen the trucks is wild.
They were
That might have to be the
they were
title.
showing shots of like,
How you
oh,
ain't
it's we're
seen the
filming
truck?
it, and I'm like, I know that area.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
your
When
Sunlight
you're
Building.
watching the movie, you're like, oh, that's St. Catherine, right? When they turn and the
Son.
So
We're gonna talk.
So him
after
and I, first time I meet him, and he's just listing off because everyone knows I watch too much TV. So the girlfriend goes, "This is Brian. He's a TV addict. This is my boyfriend Mike. He works in films." But I'm like, "Oh, really? What you've worked on?" So him and I start going downstairs to the barbecue. This man starts listing off every movie that's been filmed in
He
Montreal.
was an AD, first AD.
Second unit,
Jeez.
but still.
Sheesh.
Uh,
So you worked on all the X-Men then?
and all the X-Men.
Bro, I know
He
that, I know
listed
that.
all of. He listed
Oh, so
every
he's in-
movie.
So he's in Cotonage Plaza then.
Yeah.
Before they renovated.
For
Before they
10 years.
renovated.
For 10
That's
years.
the only reason I'm gonna buy that movie on Blu-ray. Just like,
Yeah.
that's what the plaza used to look like. That. Like that.
But that's it. So he's talking, and then he goes, "Oh, and I worked on Rise of the Beast," and I was just like, "Yeah, I just saw that." He's just like, "How do you like it?" I'm like, "Well,
The ending was cool.
yeah." I was just like,
You
I'll
saved
be-
it.
I feel like you could be honest.
I did. I said,
You
"Well,"
don't have to hide it.
the first thing I said was, "Well, I have a very particular relationship with Transformers
Yeah.
because I've been watching them since I was a child, and Michael Bay did us a disservice. The first one was not too bad, but I didn't like the way the rest of them went. This one was more in line with Bumblebee, so I did like that aspect, but there's parts of it that I didn't love. But ultimately, I enjoyed the film, and that ending that y'all put in,
Fire.
I stood up in the theater and said, this just became a 10 on 10. And he
Fire.
started laughing. So,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm just a little bit worried about them going back to GI Joe because they keep trying.
they do,
and
yeah.
They keep failing.
They tried it. They did it twice.
The second time
Three.
wasn't that bad.
Because
Well,
I,
she's doing one.
I consider the Snake Eyes
Oh,
movie.
first-
First two movies.
Even
and
though
then
the
Snake Eye.
origin though. You count the origin of Snake Eye?
I mean, I would count that as a G.I. Joe film. You don't count
that
that?
has to be.
That's
a
a
GI.
Harris-
That
Scar-
counts.
Scarlet
I don't count
is-
it. I don't count it.
I count
Dude,
it.
hold on.
I count it
Hold on.
because-
If I have a Transformers movie and Baroness and Scarlet are in it, that's if I have a movie, Baroness and Scarlet are in it, that's a G.I. Joe movie.
I was going to
You
say,
can't
how
count
many
that.
references to G.I. Joe are there? And it can't just be like at the
Okay.
end.
Snake Eyes is a
Fine.
GI Joe.
Using
film.
that,
Yeah.
wait,
Okay.
guys, wait.
Go ahead.
Using that same logic
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there we
I already
go.
know where you're
Go
going
for
with
it.
There we go. Let's
Right.
go. Let's go.
I
You know I
know.
love logic, so
Let's
I'm
do
not
it.
mad at what you're about to say.
is X-Men Origins an X-Men movie technically? Wolverine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta take. Hey, sorry. Comic.
Wait, what do you mean it's not an extra?
Comic-
Come on,
No,
Dave.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on. I'll let you go first. Hold on.
Comic-
Let him finish first.
Comic
That's why I love coming here.
comic book runs have their ups and they have the downs. They have the writer that comes in and messes up everything.
And Dave,
make you
give
wanna
me
do
2
better.
seconds. I will also point
I'm
out.
after Dave.
Yes, I will also point out the difference between what you're talking about, which I do still think counts, is how many scenes do you have those characters in? Because Baroness is the villain in the
this
Snake
movie.
Eyes movie. She's not just hanging around at the end of the film. Girls throughout the whole film.
Oh wait, isn't Baroness like Destro's girl? Oh, okay,
Yeah. That's a G.I. Joe film.
Dave, go!
Go ahead, Dave.
I can't hold it in.
Tie-ins in comic books are tie-ins. They are not part of the official story. I would say the movies you are calling are technically the definition of tie-ins, in which case Skinny's logic wins.
Baroness is the
It's a
villain.
G.I.
in the
Joe
tie-in?
Sabretooth is in both movies, and I still say the exact same thing.
G.I.
But
Joe's
the
a
whole
tie-
point of the
But you're
Origins
saying-
movie.
You're saying that Baroness showing up in Snake Eyes makes it just a tie-in to G.I. Joe.
It's a tie-in. Regardless,
Who
because
else does G.I. Joe fight other than Baroness and crew?
it,
And
it, it,
Crowbar.
Well, it's mostly
But
just
it's
Cobra.
still- but it's
and-
don't
based-
have.
He's
bringing
fighting
Cobra?
Cobra is in it.
Is she coming in as Cobra or
Yes.
as herself?
No, she's coming in as a representative of Cobra, trying to gun deals.
representative of Cobra, but not actually
on!
not actually Cobra Commander.
It's a
Wait,
tie-in.
wait, let me-
go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna give the logic of the.
You're
Okay.
crazy.
Here's the thing.
Y'all are crazy.
Here's the thing. I can't call Snake Eyes a G.I. Joe movie because G.I. Joe is about the collective. It's not through the eyes of one specific person. That's why I can't say. That's why I can't say Bumble movie is a Transformers movie because it's just through the eyes and lens of Bumblebee. That's my point. X-Men is about the collective, right? With Wolverine being the crux of it, but then everybone's still there. Wolverine is not an X-Men movie. It's just Wolverine.
To X-Men Origins.
Wolverine X-Men Origins.
But there was supposed to be, what's his name?
Magneto.
They're supposed to do but it's not an X-Men movie because it's about him.
They only put the X-Men Origins because they were supposed to be.
The second G.I. Joe movie was about ninjas.
G.I. Joe is a collect. It literally says Snake Eyes.
I want to add to Keem's point of the fact a Batman story is not a Justice League story.
Ooh, Dave came in with a mic drop.
Dunk.
Hold on. Wait. No.
I broke the glass.
No, you didn't.
Come down.
Okay, hold on.
I'll give you that.
You guys want to play this game? You guys know what happens. You guys know what happens when you play this game with me. I start coming with facts.
Let's
go.
Dave,
let's go.
What year did Batman get introduced?
What does it matter?
No, that's not the. I don't care.
No.
I'm saying
that's not the argument.
Are we using comic book logic? Are we using comic book logic? Are we using comic book logic?
You a question.
Are we using? Wait. Answer my question. Are we using comic book logic?
Go for it.
In comic books,
Okay.
if a character existed prior to the beginning of a team, whether or not they're in that team more often, any project they do is their IP. They're not necessarily a full part of the other IP. Meaning Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, Flash, all those characters to me, anytime they have their own projects, that's their IP.
Right.
But Justice League comes in afterwards and thus is different. Snake Eyes is introduced in the IP of G.I. Joe. And then when he's splintered off to do a solo project, or Bumblebee is splintered off to do a solo project, those are solo projects that are part of the original
it could be
story.
a part of it.
And that's fine. But I'm saying difference is when I have a movie and the main character in my movie is fighting the original villains of the entire franchise, Baroness and Cobra, that to me is still a G.I. Joe movie.
Can I
because he's not fighting other people.
Nigga, that's like having a pizza and you take the ingredients and split them up and be like, individually, they're still all a pizza. No, they're not.
I'll bust it down
There's
for
the
Wayne
pepperoni, there's the cheese, there's the bread.
A tire is not a car.
Come on, a tire's not a car.
I wish
You have a point.
I kind of wish that G.I. Joe had more villains to fight aside from Cobra.
Right.
Well, because they have the other one. They have Cobra, and then what's the other?
There's Cobra Law?
Oh, yeah, which is still just
but it's still Cobra. What I'm saying is
a super Cobra.
to further our point, but to also add to yours. All right, we're gonna wrap it. See, Shredder is the main villain of the Foot, right?
Yes.
Bebop and Rocksteady are considered part of the Foot.
Ooh.
No, they're considered part of Shredder's organization.
Which is part of the Foot.
Part of the Foot.
Just part of the Foot.
I guess
What
if you
about,
want to
what
call
about, what about the?
So what I'm saying is,
what
in this retrospect, Cobra Commander is who?
the head of Cobra.
Shredder.
Okay.
Right? Destro and Baroness.
Yeah.
Bebop, Rocksteady.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you did a Ninja Turtles movie and Bebop and Rocksteady show up
They're fighting the Foot?
on behalf of Shredder, yes, that's the Foot.
But you're not doing a Ninja Turtles movie. In this case, you're doing a Casey Jones movie, and you're fighting Rocksteady. See what I'm saying? Snake Eyes is Casey Jones.
It's not a Ninja Turtles movie.
They're allowed to have some of those characters.
It's not a Ninja Turtles movie.
It's a tie.
It's a Casey Jones movie.
I'll just say that the main reason that they did the Snake Eyes movie is because they're like, okay, we did
That
the
is very
two
good.
G.I.
I'll
Joe's
give you
one,
points.
and
I'll give you
Right.
we can't really come back with G.I. Joe right now. It's a little bit weird.
Right.
So let's do Snake Eyes only.
Yeah, because everyone loved him.
Everyone
Right.
loves Snake
No,
Eyes.
no favorite
Let's
character.
do that.
Easily,
do
yeah.
that. That's more safer.
And he was the only one from first to second. If I'm correct. character-wise.
Yeah, he's in all. Yeah.
At least character-wise, he was the only one.
He's like one of the main.
Yeah, he's the pillar.
cast. Him, dude.
No, but he's saying like the cast wise in the first
On the
movie,
first two
and then
movies.
No, I'm talking about like the actual characters.
actor character. Yeah.
yeah, in the movies.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because none of the first G.I. Joe
Exactly.
squad was in the
They all
Or
died.
like one cameo.
Right, yeah,
What's his name? Channing Tatum. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Duke came over and he.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
He died in the most bitch way.
Yeah.
I-
Or died so terribly. It was so
Yeah.
bitch.
So your Casey Jones example, phenomenal. I will not.
Hey, dude,
That is a
concede.
But I will point this out though.
Yeah.
I will point this out though.
Get us.
Casey Jones is not considered a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
So Snake Eyes is considered part of G.I. Joe. Originally introduced as part of G.I. Joe. That's all I'm saying.
And
That's
both-
I
both-
still,
Semantics.
But no,
But you know what makes it a tie-in?
Dude, I
Brian?
feel like it's a very big semantic because
Semantics.
Casey Jones, using Casey Jones as that core example, Casey Jones is never a Ninja Turtle.
That's like saying the people. That's like saying the people in the Avatar show, they're a part of Team Avatar, but they're not the Avatar. That's exactly what you
Yeah.
said.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
He's
what
still
I'm
a part
saying.
of the
What's
team,
names-
though. He's still
part
part
of the team,
Yeah,
but you let them bend anything.
He's still part of the team.
Okay, I'll put it this way.
He's still part of the
Wait,
team.
Off the
so
ground in
you're
the
telling
water.
me if Sokka gets his own
Sokka.
Sokka,
No
sorry,
disrespect, Michael.
fact.
I thought it was Sokka.
It's Sokka. If Sokka gets his own project, you're telling me that's not an Avatar?
Is it still an Avatar movie?
Nah, it's a waterbender
Yeah,
show.
I would say that's an
Sorry,
Avatar.
buddy.
No, that's just a
Right,
regular.
next subject.
That's just a regular ass.
That's just a regular ass nigga. What you mean? What you bring?
Wait, one question.
If
Come on,
Cyclops
dog.
doesn't have
Snake Eyes
his
movie.
eye
It's an
shooting
origin
thing,
story.
and he's
Hold on,
not
let him
good. He's just a gunman.
What are we talking about? That's blind.
Damn.
What are we talking about?
You got him.
Anyways, more stories. I'm trying to get into G.I. Joe.
I just
Talk to me, man.
have one question.
Yeah.
To try and end it. Is Snake Eyes technically an origin movie?
Yeah.
The one that
Yeah, 'cause
The one
can
that
see
you
his
guys are talking
face.
about.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never saw it.
Yeah, it's-
Yes,
Yeah, you can
yeah,
see his
yeah.
face.
Okay, so it's an origin.
Yes.
By default, that makes it a tie-in and not because it's the setup of a character.
Who you
know
trying
what
to
I
play,
mean?
G.I.
Like
Joe?
that makes it
I don't know.
that makes it not a GI Joe movie.
But that's
because
the
it's
example.
free.
I'm leaving it at that because both Bumblebee and Snake Eyes, they're
And
basically trying to-
Wolverine.
and they're trying,
And Wolverine, yeah.
but like more so Bumblebees and Snake Eyes.
Get a little closer, sir.
Oh, sorry. Bumblebee and Snake Eyes more so are trying to reboot the franchise,
Right.
and start fresh.
Yeah.
It's just like
That literally they
yeah.
were trying to
That's-
reboot the franchise though. We know that. That's not a
Right.
maybe.
Right.
We
No,
know the point of those movies was to
I
reboot the
will agree
franchise.
to put it on the fence, but Wolverine is definitely a tie-in. That movie, I'm going to say, is on the fence.
Also-
Okay, wait, hold on.
On the
I'm
fence.
done.
Yeah.
Who you trying to play?
I was gonna talk about Civil War and Captain America.
No,
but-
no,
There's
we're
a
not gonna
timer
do that.
to this show,
Who
Brian.
would you like to play?
Who would you like to play?
I watched the original one. I think I could do.
I have a lot of G.I. Joe toys, so you can play a lot. of people.
Marlon Wayne's character.
Oh, Ripcord.
Yeah.
Nah, you can do better than a record. Falcon. Give him Falcon.
I can do Falcon.
That was the best Ripcord they ever got.
That was the best record.
That was the best Ripcord they ever got.
Marlon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I
yeah.
got
He could be Lieutenant Falcon. He could be Stalker. Stalker is an OG. So Stalker was on the
Okay.
team, and he's considered like with the same rank as Duke,
Oh, okay.
but he's not quite. So he's like it goes Duke, Stalker. Who's the other guy that's always with Lady J? It's gonna bother me now. Either way, there's those three guys, and then
Oh,
like,
is it the guy with the beret you're talking?
yes, the guy who got the shotgun.
Oh,
I
He's
just
a
want
hard
someone with
ass.
some
You know who I'm
longevity.
talking about.
I can't
it's
remember.
gonna be-
I know, but
I
I
just
thought it was
want
another
something
character
with
for
some
him.
longevity. I
Sorry,
can
that was
show
that's
up.
the look, not.
He could definitely be Stalker. He could definitely be Roadblock or his brother, not brother, his cousin.
Yeah, but Roadblock
Heavy
is
duty.
Burly, no?
He's a big guy.
Heavy
Yeah,
duty.
he can
Easily
do
do
that.
Prowler.
Excuse me, sir, Mister. I'm
Roadblock.
gonna start doing
Roadblock.
shirtless pictures to promote myself. What do you mean
Right.
you don't want to be
100%.
burly?
100%. Yeah, but I'm lean though. I can't be like the lats and
No,
muscle.
That's fair,
And I want to
that's
be
fair.
able to like jump off buildings and shit like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking
If you were willing to be a bad guy, Prowler,
Prowler would be nice.
I
Here's
think he
the
could easily do Prowler. I
Here's
think
the
you
thing.
fill
And
that
Think
villains-
easy.
about bad guys.
Villains do make movies.
Yeah.
They do, but the problem
They
is
get
that they don't
killed.
get much longevity.
No,
yeah,
that's
but
true.
if he's in Miles Morales' Prowler, he could.
Unless
no?
you're Storm Shadow.
Oh no, he dies still. No, or not.
That's a
In
good
the
point.
real
Storm
comic book,
Shadow,
does Prowler die in
and
Miles' world?
Snake Eyes.
Oh, I
That's a
don't know.
good
But you're
point.
talking about live
That's a
action
Good point.
because they're gonna do Gambino. That's already established.
Oh, it's true.
He was
Ooh.
talking about Prowler for Marvel
For Marvel.
for live
Oh,
action.
actual and
Yeah.
Miles
But
Morales.
they-
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a
There you
good
go.
chance Gambino is still
Yeah.
gonna lay his
Oh, he's
claim
gonna
on-
do it.
Yeah, that's like
Bro, that
right
Easter
where-
egg was the biggest
yeah,
thing
yeah, yeah,
ever.
that was
You're
wild.
running up, bro. You're running up in my
I'm
heart.
running up. That Easter,
they got it.
that Easter egg was huge.
Wild.
As soon as we saw it, we were like, bro, what?
The fact when they started showing live action stuff in an animated movie, I was just like, "What's happening?"
Space Jam all over again.
yeah. And then they show all of them, and I was just like, "This is some wild ass shit."
Bro.
I'm here for it.
So why is every other movie doing better, like alternate universes than the the last
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange movie.
Because Sam Raimi was trying to make a movie about himself and not about multiverses.
And it wasn't a.
He was trying to
Strange
pat
movie.
himself on the back for 2 hours. He wasn't trying to make no multiverse.
It really was, man. As someone who was looking forward to Multiverse of Madness, to essentially be given a Wanda sequel.
Oh, I wanted
It was a Wanda Evil
They
Dead
really
movie.
screwed that up.
Yeah,
Like they screwed up WandaVision.
they really did. That was like WandaVision was like fun, and you ended it, and then you created this movie saying, "Oh, it's going to be Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness," and then the whole movie's about Wanda and
Trying to get our kids.
and America Chavez, who I like, but also like, guys, this has nothing to do with. Yeah. So I don't know.
Hey, I did a joke a while ago. Aaron,
Oh yeah.
about how Disney don't like Mexicans.
I want to hear it.
What?
Okay,
Let's
go.
go.
I'm interested.
Bro,
I'm
think
interested.
about the two prolific Hispanic characters that have come out in this new wave. You have Namor,
Right.
and then you have America Chavez. What are their powers? America Chavez can border hop.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
No one's swinging a fist. And
Can't you dig real good?
wait. Namor, he's Hispanic, Latin descent,
Yeah.
and he swims in and out of countries.
That's so rough.
Am I crazy?
No.
Am I crazy?
No, those are facts. Those are facts. That's what.
It's just an astute observation. I'm just saying.
That's good. That's good.
But I mean, if we can
fucking
talk about that,
accurate.
it's just like,
I love
I
America Chavez.
I just think this whole multiverse thing really screwed up what was such a great and like legendary way to make
Blame
movies.
Sam Raimi.
Like,
But
I believe it.
Are you talking about Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I think they just, because think about it, out of all the movies in this last phase that just came out,
Yeah.
what was really good? I'd say Eternals was good.
I like.
Shang-Chi
You
was
like
good.
Eternals?
I loved it.
didn't-
I love
didn't-
Eternals.
Yeah,
I
I did.
disagree with that
I love
point.
Eternals.
I hate Eternals.
we should
In
go watch it
comparison
tonight.
to what else has been out,
I'm not saying that there. Not.
But he's okay.
You're saying
He's saying in
each bar is
comparison.
low.
Oh,
Sure.
for sure.
But
for
if
me,
you
I prefer in this wave
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, cool.
I think Shang-Chi was the best one.
And then I'll stop.
Guardians,
Guardians.
Oh, Guardians
Guardians
yes.
3.
Guardians 3 was good.
But
Both of those were
Guardians
good.
wasn't a chapter in the series. It was a
Yes.
farewell.
yes,
True.
That's why it was
I'll
a good
give
movie.
fair facts.
And
Spider-Man.
I will give you that.
F
That's why.
bombs.
No Way Home.
Like literally, like
Yeah,
Guardians 3 was just like, okay, who's staying
Yeah.
in the series?
Yeah.
We know Batista's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still get to see Star-Lord. We might see Gamora.
Yeah.
Rocket's leading the new.
Yeah.
Rocket and Groot are still leading the new.
Adam is there
which-
now.
Adam Warlock.
Philo
So,
Bell, big team.
It was a farewell of the Guardians that we know and love.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why it
And
was
some
more
people-
about a movie than a chapter.
And some
100%.
people have been saying, and I agree with it, that was a more fine ending, like a better ending story than Endgame was.
Yes.
Like to
Because we knew how Endgame was going to turn out.
yeah.
So that's the new
Yeah.
trilogy then?
What?
If you
Guardians
ask
new-
me,
the new
I
trilogy?
100%
Guardians-
yeah,
that.
if you ask me what the best trilogy in the MCU is, I still put Spider-Man pretty high,
Yeah, man.
but Guardians
As the best one?
and Spider-Man are
I'll put Guardians.
Because Guardians 2 is kind of shit.
I didn't hate Guardians
I
2.
didn't hate Guardians.
I liked one way more than
kinda-
2.
Oh, yeah, of course.
One
Two
is
is definitely
great.
the lull. Two is definitely
Yes.
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
is
two is the
Die
lull.
Hard
Okay,
2.
but what's your order out of those three? Which one would you
Oh,
like?
it's easy.
3-1-2.
Okay,
That-
1, 3, 2.
One,
okay.
1, 3, 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1, 3, 2.
I'm
I do
1, 3, 2.
3-1-2.
But the sequel is probably of Guardians is probably the best sequel
Yeah.
of all.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's-
You know why I
Winter
put
Soldier,
3 though?
Winter Soldier. I forgot about Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
yeah,
Winter Soldier.
no, no,
That's
no,
Winter
but you-
Soldier, right.
I thought-
That's
Sorry.
actually my.
I
That's
underst-
my trilogy.
I was
that like the most.
understanding
Yeah.
you. That's not a trilogy. I was understanding.
My
I was
Winter
understanding
Soldier
that-
We're gonna
trilogy.
be here all night.
Oh, yes, I'll give you that.
It's actually,
That's-
sorry, it's my Cap and Bucky trilogy. I'm sorry. They're
I would say
wedding.
just Bucky.
I'm saying the duo. They're a duo
Okay,
through
fair.
the whole way.
Okay.
Can't argue it.
I will say, if people are willing to admit this now, we're looking at you fans out there. If we can admit this now, that the Captain America trilogy is actually Cap and Bucky trilogy, we can say that
Yeah,
is
of course. What do
one
you
of
mean?
the.
That's-
Because
what-
some people like to.
who thinks that? Who thinks opposite?
Some people think it's Caps because his name is in the lead.
No.
But that is
no,
Cap and
it's a
Bucky.
Bucky
No,
story.
it's
Yeah.
Cap and
Yeah.
his best friend.
The whole story.
The whole way through.
But
The
the
only
whole
reason
yeah.
Civil War happens is
I
like,
know.
I'm not ratting out my friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, dude, are you serious?
People think different.
Yes.
Tell them.
Tell
Y'all
them.
bugging.
Yeah.
Y'all bugging.
My reason for putting Guardians 3 over 1.
Okay.
James Gunn wraps it up without killing anybody.
Yes, and I know you don't like that.
I need to see someone do it and have everybody ending and be happy without them mourning someone's death.
But I
Nah,
think
someone gotta go.
Yeah.
This is a narrative.
Yeah.
Facts.
This is in real life. This is a narrative.
That's
Someone
actually,
gotta go.
that's actually a really good point because you leave room for Batista if ever he changes his mind.
Yeah, because he's just on the planet raising kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's just being a dad, which is
But
what he
as-
always wanted.
That I
Shed
don't.
a tear.
As him as an actor, I don't think he's going to look the
No, he ain't
up
going
anymore.
back.
He's done.
No.
He's done.
Oh, no,
Like,
he's
he's
done.
like, I've been the bad. He's like, I've been the bad.
He's
the big
moving
guy
on.
forever.
He's
Like, I'm
tapped out.
done.
He's
I'm
tapped
done.
out.
I gotta
He's
stop.
tapped out.
I gotta
Batista,
stop.
though-
I gotta stop
Definitely
for a
tapped
bit.
out. 100%.
As we've said.
Went to the Spy Next Door, whatever movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't blame
I was just talking about
I
that
don't
movie
blame
because the little girl from it, little light skinned actress, had a hot. She's in D&D, Honors Amongst Thieves, and
Oh, okay, yeah. I know
and
what you're talking
she's
about.
also in 65 Million with Adam Driver, and
Oh, okay.
she has she had a
Adam
run.
Driver, that was a good movie. I watched it on the flight.
Yes.
That
See,
was so
I feel like you and I are the only people who saw it in this whole video because all the reviews are people just like, who needed this movie? I'm like, no one needs any of the movies. This was just a fun, weird
Yeah.
story.
Well, we need to get back to that though.
Remember that? Yeah, movies
Yes.
were like that.
Movies used to be like that.
That's the point.
We
Yo.
didn't need a
Yo.
whole 5-movie deal.
That's
where
the
it's
point.
one long series. No, sometimes
That's
you just make
the-
one movie, hour and a half of entertainment, you call it a day.
Yeah, but people got greedy.
Remember when it was hour and a half movies?
Yeah,
I,
that's
all.
I genuinely miss between an hour and a half and an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
exhausted at the end of the movie.
It's because that's really
I-
a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Because by the time you do your things,
The
and you take
trailers
your breaks
and
and all
stuff.
this stuff, it's
Yeah.
really 2
because
hours.
I saw Dead Reckoning, the new Mission Impossible,
Oh,
and as fun as that movie, my buddy hooked me up. Shout out to Mobs. As good as that movie is,
Time to go.
and
Time
I will say it's Flash. You don't even realize, but by the time him and I left the theater and like walked back to his office to his car, I was just like, it's almost midnight. Like,
No.
like, we went to the movie at 7.
No.
and, like,
no.
the movie
No.
ended.
No.
We went for food, and then we went to his office. Next thing I knew, it was midnight.
Bruh,
I was like, this
no.
was a long
No,
day.
go ahead,
Tom
go ahead.
Cruise, no story structure.
Just action hanging off something.
Whatever he
Story
can
structure.
is whatever he's allowed to do.
Right? Here's the thing about movies nowadays. It's like from what I'm peeping, it's like these movies aren't good enough to hold our attention for that long.
Yeah.
Right? Like it takes like the crazy. Here's the thing about the Marvel movies. I love Marvel. You guys know
Yeah.
this. I love my hero movies. But now the movies that are coming out, it's like the everyday moviegoer, like are either you're a super fan of the series, and whether you like it or not, you have to go see it just to see how it turns out, or you've already invested so much into Marvel without even being a comic head as a kid. And you're like, I just have to. It's knee-jerk reaction to go watch it.
Yeah.
Like they're making billions of dollars just because I've come this far.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, dude,
FOMO.
like, bro, I've come this far.
they're using the comic book model of like cliffhanger ending.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, these 7 stories tie in, and you need to read all of
Yeah.
them to understand
Soap
the full
opera
story.
model.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how mad I was when I got to the end of She-Hulk?
Oh, you were mad at that?
Bro, I was tight.
I mean,
I hear you.
the fourth wall breaking, I don't mind, but to have a conversation with Kevin the Machine, I can
So
understand
you're
what.
just sitting there like you're in timeout
Yeah.
Yeah.
having a conversation.
Yeah.
There's no action.
Yeah.
There's no the fight sequences were mid.
And
Very mid.
also,
Very mid.
does anything that happened in that story where the guy got the blood sample is none of that canonical now then? Because she goes to talk to Kevin and then comes back, the guy is not a super Hulk anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
What did all of that mean? Because that's what the whole season led up to, where they got her blood sample, they figured out how to synthesize it. You get to that moment, and then she goes and talks to Kevin and then comes back, and you're like, okay, so she erased all that, but what does that mean in the universe?
The only thing that I got excited about was when they introduced Hulk's son.
Yes.
And the only thing going through my mind was, oh, so Natasha had bad pussy the entire time. That's what it was. Her box was terrible.
Oh
That's
no!
because he had to go to a whole other
Her box
box.
was terrible.
Oh,
That's
no.
what they're saying.
Well, they kind of
Right? But that's my point. That was the only exciting part because now we know definitely we're getting a Young Justice.
Yeah.
Young Avengers.
Young
But
Avengers.
even then, I wanted it to be the Skrull.
right.
In the
Oh.
comics, it's the
It's the
Skrull,
Skrull, yeah.
and he becomes Hulkling. That's what
Yes,
that's what he
yes,
is.
yes, yeah.
That's what I wanted.
That
But
was
now
cool.
we got this dude with the worst hairline ever.
Yeah, not good.
And he
Oh,
looks
that
like
weird-
fucking Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah,
Like,
true. Because they're probably not going to bring in Hulkling. They're just going to use Scar.
just use Scar, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
fair.
use Scar, Kate Bishop,
Yeah.
which they need to hurry up. Because
Yeah.
Haley Stein is getting up.
She's getting older. Yeah,
She's getting a
Getting
little
old quick,
mature.
huh?
Yeah, a little.
She's getting a little
but
mature.
supposedly
How old is she?
she must be
like
mid 26. I'm gonna
Okay.
guess 26. But they're saying that her and someone else are gonna appear at the end of the Marvels,
What you mean?
the new Captain Marvel movie.
Really?
They're saying that Kate Bishop and someone else show up at the end of that
to
movie.
recruit Miss Marvel?
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Well, Miss Marvel's in the movie.
No, but but at the end they can still
Oh,
start.
to recruit. Yes,
26,
yes,
you
yes,
got it
yes.
on the dot.
26. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
26.
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying. Like she's getting older. So by the time they kickstart all this, she'll be
Yeah.
like, what, 28? Movie release, she should be 30?
And which is
Yeah.
why they really should have started that character younger. And I know they
Yeah.
didn't want to. They wanted someone that could kind of sell university age. Same thing with Isaiah. Like the actor playing Isaiah is a
Right.
little bit older.
Yeah.
The Young Avengers are meant to be young, and now the Young Avengers are essentially just going to be
Mid-20s.
20-year-olds. And it's just like,
They're
yeah,
gonna be teenagers.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
When's-
not gonna make sense to call them young anymore because
But-
because they'll be young in comparison to the
Middle.
other characters.
They'll be
but,
Gen
like-
Z Avengers.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That means Sam Wilson and his Avengers team are going to get their butts handed to them by whoever that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
And we
okay.
still haven't even seen that kid in any sort of super
Which one?
the guy who plays Isaiah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Elijah, sorry. Elijah.
Elijah.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
we haven't seen him in any form of like
Nothing.
super soldier capacity.
No,
He's just going to pop
Yeah.
up.
Not yet.
Unless he pops up in Secret Invasions.
You know how in every like
They said there's gonna be
movie-
no crossovers in that one.
None?
That's what they said a few days ago. The
Well-
director said, "Don't expect any."
Yeah, the
Crossover
director
stuff.
should have also said, "Don't expect a good story."
right? Because it's
I
So
don't know.
far, it's been slow.
I don't understand
I
how
don't
you
like
have
old man
Samuel
Nick
Jackson.
Fury.
You have Samuel Jackson, and you're
on
making
TV.
the most boring version of the Marvel universe I've ever seen. This is insane to me.
Well, this is a setup for like Secret Invasion is not going to stop with these 8.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's going to go
True.
like Fantastic Four. They're going to be fighting. I guarantee they're
Yeah.
going to be fighting Skrulls.
Yeah.
100%.
Because not Galactus
They're
is
setting up
the end.
Super Scroll. in
yes,
this.
yeah.
That's going to
They
be.
literally said it in one.
They might,
episode.
they might get a cameo of Fantastic Four in there. I think Reed Richards is going to pop in somewhere.
That would make sense if he says that there's no crossover because he's introducing something new.
Exactly.
He's
I think that's going to be the intro.
What? Okay,
Yes,
see,
go-
that's
that's a hot
semantics.
take. That's a hot
That's
take.
semantics.
Peep this,
Yeah.
peep this a lot. Reed Richards comes in episode 6, episode 7, whatever.
Yeah.
Comes in, or in the last episode, we need to bring in an expert. Blah, blah, blah. Comes in, Reed Richards the expert. Boom. Oh, you will, I have to go collect my team. Then it's done. Then you have Fantastic Four getting ready. But Fantastic Four is going to operate just like Spider-Man. We're not gonna see them go into space,
Okay.
get their powers.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Skip
already
over
gonna
the
be
origin
introduced.
story.
It's
Yeah.
already going to be happening.
They're already in the Baxter building.
They're already in the Baxter.
Yes.
They've been
Smart.
doing it for like 6-7 months. That would be the smartest way to do it.
It would be. You're not wrong. You're
Yeah.
absolutely not wrong.
Spider-Man, the
They
way
have
did
to.
it,
They have to.
Spider-Man for 6 months.
It was good. It was
Just
perfect.
get into it, and then you see the growing pains in Homecoming and everything like that, and you see it because like he already had his powers, but it's still early enough that he's still like figuring out
Yeah.
life and shit. They still kids trying to do the right.
Because they've done the origin story for that thing too many times now.
What?
Fantastic Four. Like you
Twice.
can't.
Right.
Technically, if you include the 1994.
That's what
We,
I'm
no,
No one includes
no, he's
that one.
talking about this old one.
It's
For
a very bad.
I saw it on
It's a
YouTube.
bad.
Yeah.
Where
He's
things could go
McCormick.
back to normal and turns into a thing.
James
Yeah,
McCormick
Yeah,
or something like
that
that.
one.
I forgot the name.
Shame on you for counting
I
that.
stumbled on it on YouTube, right?
Boys, I didn't realize, but it's actually already closing time.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
Damn, that's what happens when we
I
write.
know. Okay, can you give us a rundown of all the dope shit you got going? Because you got shows for days.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm booked.
You're
I
booked
could be
and busy,
busier.
yeah.
I could be busier. I'm
You
booked.
want to be?
Yes, I
Yeah.
want to be busy, bro. I want my schedule, my calendar to be full.
That's
But
fair.
bro, first I gotta say I appreciate y'all for having me.
Of course.
Y'all
Anytime.
always been
Oh,
fucking prolific on having me.
homie, thank you for coming
Stop.
on your
Yeah.
day when you have you're booked and busy coming to NDG. Love this spot and
Oh, yeah.
coming out
DG
here.
Kicks. I gotta start investing in some shoes.
I know, eh? Every time I see the shoes, I want some of those red and red and blacks.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, can you? So I know you have a show.
I got a show this Sunday
You right?
called Access Comedy.
Right.
It's working with Ontario, Quebec for a hearing impaired. So people who
Right,
are
which is
deaf
cool.
and hard of hearing could come. There's gonna be a sign language interpreter.
That would Stonehouse.
That's
Abby Stone.
Abby
How are they going to
Stonehouse, yeah.
interpret nigga?
I
just want to see that.
I
Yeah.
want to find out.
Yeah.
You go find out.
We go
That was
find
one of
out.
My dictionary.
Go find out. So that's gonna be dope. And then
I just want to know if they have a way of softening the ER at the end in the
I
silent.
want to know if there's a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's an
Please find out. Yeah, please find
And if they
out.
don't say nothing, I'll be like, really? People ain't racist too?
She does the same thing for both. Do a joke where you have both versions. See if she changes.
Yeah,
That
bro.
would just be the joke where I just want to see this and look at her and just keep repeating the word.
100%. Just look at it.
That's the joke.
I want to see it.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, so
I got
22nd.
that show this Sunday. Actually, the festival kicks off tomorrow.
Right.
July 13th. It goes to the 29th. Then I have my show that I'm hosting with Bad Boys are there.
Yes.
Shout out to them. Tickets are still available. We got to sell this bitch out. It's at Cafe Cleopatra. It's on it's 11:30 at night. So if y'all want to come through, it's late, but y'all pull up.
It's a nice venue.
Get you a sitter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then and you were at the show, the one man show, my hour.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. It was dope. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to Big Will. Big Will and I, we're gonna be getting together doing another show on the 29th as well.
Right.
That's BYOB.
Yes,
So
he was
y'all
telling me
pull
last
up.
time.
There's alcohol being sold there, but that's BYOB. So if y'all want to come, turn up. That's on the 29th. So, and then yeah, man, I'm just gonna be traveling around, doing my thing, just trying to get this paperwork.
Do you have a site yet where people can check out? Or
Nah, I just got a link tree.
So okay, social
check out
medias.
the link tree. My Instagram, Akeem Grams with a Z.
Yeah,
all the information's there. You'll see my link tree in the bio. You can see all my shows coming up. And then I'm working on the website. And then I'm just gonna get this visa. And then y'all do it. Oh, by the way, Nick Cannon, I'm still on your ass.
He actually, if we had time,
unfinished business here.
If we had time,
you don't got it. You don't got it.
If we had
We
time,
gotta play one game right now.
Okay, go ahead.
From quite some time.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll record something else.
Let's do it.
The gauntlet has been dropped.
The Connect 4 is
They
here.
don't want the
Get some
smoke.
content after this.
They don't want the
now.
smoke.
I'm telling you.
I
sir.
got time today. I gotta pick my mom up at 9:30.
You've been talking trash with Toby this whole time. I've been being like, I want runner up. And
If
you guys been
you guys-
ignoring me.
He's been ducking.
He's been ducking. That's
He's
his problem.
ducking.
I'm taking the claim. That's what I'm
You
saying.
can replace him. I don't care. It's going down. But yeah, so Akeem Grams with a Z. Please come check out some shows. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be lit. And hopefully within the next year, you'll see me in a Transformers G.I. Joe capacity. We'll see. But
I look forward to
fingers
it.
crossed. I'm trying, bro. But I gotta talk to you in your home.
Oh yeah.
I'll but I appreciate y'all for always having me. Show me love.
Guys, that's the whole show. It's kind of wild to be doing it live together like this at DG Kicks. Once again, you guys can always come through DG Kicks, 6714 Fielding Avenue in DG. Shout outs to Shondell, shout outs to Wizzy for hooking it up. You guys can also tune in. You'll recognize this spot if you've been watching the Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3, and then you can also see it on YouTube at the Morning Detour, Detour 514. You can watch them there on YouTube. They do the show live from 7 until 9 a.m. I've come through. It's been fun seeing, and this isn't even your first time here. You've been here for the Morning Detour a few
did
times.
Morning Detour last week.
Right. So yeah, man, this is the whole thing. Anything you guys want to tell the people? Anything you guys want people to check out?
It's on, son. That's all I'm saying about that.
Go first.
Check out Transformers Slag on YouTube with my boy Proto Man.
And check out Chop Vision on Free X Agents every Sunday at 7 p.m. Yeah.
That's it. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
All right.
It don't play.